This is the countdown to kickoff on the Northside Knights Media Network. Go Knights, go! This is the countdown to kickoff on the Northside Knights Media Network. Go Knights, go! the countdown to kickoff on the Northside Knights Media Network. Go Knights, go!
The following is a special presentation of the Northside Methodist Academy Media Team.
The football field is lined. Those lines create yards. Yards turn into first downs. First downs turn into touchdowns. Why do we love the game of football? We hang on our team's success with each snap taken. We call them our team when our only role is fan. We jump for joy when they win, and we cry in defeat. Football teaches teamwork, conditioning, and endurance. In 1 Thessalonians 1:3, Paul gives thanks to God that faith has produced work, and love has produced labor, and hope has produced endurance. Listen to football as you've never heard it before. Sure, you will hear excitement when there is a touchdown scored.
The 30 to the 25, makes a move to the 20. He's going to be in! Touchdown! Northside!
But in addition to that, you will also hear more than football analysis play-by-play. You will hear how God is working in the lives of these local football families represented tonight.
Dear Lord, thank you for letting us live another day. Please keep everyone safe as they play tonight. Keep everyone from getting hurt, and let us not just play to win, but play for your glory, Lord, as we know and love you. Amen.
This is Mark Hall from Casting Crowns, and tonight you will hear God glorified. Whatever you do, do it all for the glory of God.
Northside Knights football is on the air.
Green 18! Hands up!
Now let's join the Northside broadcast team for tonight's game.
Welcome to Ashford High School. Tonight's final game of the season for Northside Methodist as they take on the Yellow Jackets of Ashford. Good evening, everyone. It's good to have you here with us. Northside Knights Media Network. I'm Matt Johnson. Along with me is Chuck Locke. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Matt.
I've got our sideline reporter is Miss Tristin Robinson. Good evening.
Hey, everyone.
And our producer tonight, Mr. Trevor Dyson. Hello, Trevor.
Good evening.
Before we get started tonight, we're going to go down to Tristin, and she's got a special guest for our pregame prayer. Tristin.
Hey, everyone. I'm down here in the stands with Lauren Marshall, a senior here at Northside, and she's going to be doing our pregame prayer.
Dear Lord, thank you for this day, and thank you for all the opportunities that are out here tonight, and thank you for the wonderful season so far and that there have been no serious injuries, and I pray that you would help us to go out there with a good attitude, give it our best, and that we would play a safe game and give it all up to you, and that all the seniors out there would go out there and do their best tonight and leave it all on the field, and for us to have a good rest of the week. In Jesus' name, amen.
Thank you so much, Lauren.
Amen.
Amen. So we're going to hear from Coach Green here in just a second, but I just wanted to mention this is the last game of the football season, and not only just for the football team, but also for this Northside Knights media team, and it's been a great year. I just have to say, you know, Chuck, you can echo this as well. We had 2 weeks, I think, before the first game. We met with Tristin and Trevor, and I know they had no idea what they were getting themselves into, but they jumped on it and just kind of ran and just kind of made it their own. They've done an incredible job. You know, they've been here every game. Well, Trevor missed one, but I mean, they've been here every game. I'm sorry. I didn't mean. I wasn't gonna call you out, but I decided last minute too. But I mean, just the dedication these guys had. They've just done a great job, and so I appreciate both Trevor and Tristin for the job that they've done.
I do too, man. And you know, we talked about before we got started. We just didn't know what we would expect. But my goodness, they absolutely knocked out of the park the first game. You and I looked at each other, and I know we talked to each other at church, and we were not just impressed, but really it was just beyond pleased. And to say they've gotten better each game is kind of hard to say because they did so well. They've remained consistent, and I'm excited about what the Lord has in store for them beyond this year. But if it has to do with broadcasting or anything else, it's exciting to be part of it.
Absolutely. So we're going to talk football now, and Tristin was able to sit down with Coach Green this morning and talk about last week's game, but also the season and the night's game tonight.
Hey everyone, it's Tristin Robinson here, and I'm back with Coach Green one final time. As we approach our last game of the season, we will discuss last week's game against the Rehobeth Rebels, the upcoming game against Ashford, and some about next football season. Coach Green, how are you today?
Great. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Well, since we had some of the players out for different reasons last week, how do you think that affected the team when playing the Rebels?
I think we obviously got off to a slow start, but we adjusted as the game went on and kind of improved throughout the game. It gave some younger players who hadn't been playing much a chance to play, and that'll pay off down the road for us. So we looked at it as an opportunity for the next guy to step in and get better and earn some playing time. So defense, I thought our defense in the second half especially played really well and kept us in the game. Special teams played well. We had a good kickoff return for a touchdown, and with Jaden Watkins and the guys blocked great for him, so I was proud to see that happen.
What did you tell the guys after the game against Rehobeth?
After a win, we have the 24-hour rule where you only enjoy it and move on to the next game. And after a loss, we have a 24-hour rule. We're playing a school that's going to be a 6A school next year. That's 3 and 4 times larger than us. I thought a lot of times we went toe-to-toe with them. Just we didn't make enough plays on offense to do it. But I thought it was a good growing experience. That team is really one of the better teams, and better than most teams we'll play in the future.
How do you expect them to play this week after taking that loss last week?
We've had a great week of practice. It's been real spirited. I think the guys are ready to play. I expect them to play their best. It's the last game at the end of the season. We always say play every play like it's last. Well, we're actually down to that point for our seniors. I expect them to lay it all on the line, and I'd be surprised if they did.
What does the team need to focus on this week in order to be successful?
We've got to stop the run. Ashford will run straight at you type team. Can't give up the big plays on defense, so that's kind of how we have to stop their offense. Offensively, we just got to execute our offense. When we do what we're supposed to do, we can be pretty good on offense, but we don't do things the right way. We're kind of pretty bad, so it's kind of tale of two cities there with both extremes. We just need to be consistent and have the good nights show up on offense.
Okay, so since this is the last game of the season, I wanted to ask you a few things about next season. So since this was your first year as NMA head football coach, what did you learn in this football season in order to better the team for next year?
As a coach, you're always evaluating and adjusting things. Obviously, we got to stay in the weight room. We've been in the weight room. That just takes time. We've got to keep lifting weights and keep getting better. We've got to kind of build on. We've had some success in certain areas. A lot of 10th graders have gotten to play. They just need to keep getting stronger, getting faster, and getting better at their craft and working in the off season. I think they'll do that, and just keep it on, getting better.
Were your first year expectations fulfilled?
Yeah, for the most part. I challenged the kids just to be tougher and be more physical of a football team and play better on defense. Last year they struggled on defense, scored a lot of points, and but struggled on defense. This year we haven't scored as many points, but we've played better defense and been more of a physical. We've been able to run the ball, and ultimately that's what's going to win us games long term. So yeah, I think those expectations in a lot of ways were exceeded in that way.
Well, Coach Green, what are you looking forward to most for next season?
Just seeing the guys grow. As a coach, I've said this before on this show, you just want your guys to grow week to week, and that being said, week to week comes year to year. Just see how they mature, and be sad to see the seniors go. It's I can still remember back in the 80s. That was a long time ago when I played my last football game, and would love to go back and play another football game. But it'll be a sad night at the win, lose, or draw at the end of the night, because to see those guys go and move on. But excited for the guys coming back. We have a lot of players coming back next year, and a lot of potential next year. But so I'm excited about that, and to see the guys grow, what young men they become next year's football players.
Well, football season comes and goes so quick, and I wanted to thank you, Coach Green, for talking with me throughout the season, and thank our listeners for supporting the media team. We are blessed to have the opportunity to broadcast these games. We cannot wait for next season, And with all this being said, make sure you listen to the last night's football game against Ashford. As always, go Knights.
Chuck, you got keys to the game for tonight's game.
I do. Coach Green hit on it. I think you identify what Ashford's strengths are. The cliche would be, say, an 0-9 record would be misleading, but you look at some of the games they've played, and they've been competitive, especially toward the beginning of the year. Last shot, you kind of go back to what you did correctly at the beginning of the year, and that would be run the ball. So not only just stop the run, but specifically our linebackers really have to come downhill quickly. The lineman needs to get a hat on a hat, let the linebackers make plays, secondary come in support of that run. I think that's going to be key. Of course, play action, you watch for it, but you have to stop what they do best, and that's the run. Offensively, you want Carter Stevens to get out of the gate in a hurry. Having a week off, maybe having that ankle heal a little bit that's been nagging him all year long. Let's see if we can't mix it up. Get that toss sweep option opened up and maybe go side to side and see what we can do against their smaller corners. And then you have an opportunity to bust a big play, maybe down the middle, and see what you can do with the passing game.
Yeah, I think, the games that Northside's been able to get out on the board early are the ones that they have had most success and stayed in the game the longest. So hopefully they can do that tonight, which is get on the board quickly, and that way they can kind of control, some of the tempo. Tristin's out on the field, and she has our on-the-field report. Tristin, we had rain last night, and it's a little cooler, but how's the field conditions?
The field is a little damp, but I think that the grass is short. It's going to be pretty easy to play as long as they can hold on to the ball. I mean, it might get a little slippery out here, but I think they'll be able to play pretty good tonight.
All right, very good. And, the Knights got the seniors here at 50-yard line right in front of us, going as captains, getting ready to go to the middle of the field for the coin toss. And senior night for Ashford, last game of their season as well. And as you said, Chuck, 0-9, they're going to want to – they'll probably circle this game as well to try to, hey, you know what, don't finish 0-10. Nobody wants to do that.
That's right.
They're definitely going to come out.
To say they wouldn't have motivation would be you don't understand athletics.
Yeah.
You're disheartened. It's not what you want. But as an athlete that likes to compete, you're always looking for the next opportunity. Really, if you're a competitor at heart, you're saying, okay, tonight is the night that I can prove to everyone what I can do. And I think maybe, both teams bring that mentality to the individual play tonight as they attempt to win the next down.
Yeah, absolutely. And, I mean, stay ahead of the sticks. Don't in dumb penalties, those are the things at this point in the season, really don't need to be doing that. So
no, absolutely not.
Thursday night game, you got some media here from around the area because we're probably the only game in town. Well, I don't think we're the only game in town, but one of the few.
The best game in town.
Well, that's right. One of the few because most of the games will be played Friday night, and then there's obviously there's some implications for playoffs in a lot of areas, and so it looks like Northside won the toss and they will receive, so that's good news. Hopefully they can get on the board early with that and set the tone. So. We're getting close to kickoff here, and when we come back, we will have the kickoff. You're listening to Northside Knights football.
Ozark's oldest restaurant, El Palacio. Famous for Mexican steak fingers and a salsa taste that lingers. El Palacio,
Northside Athletics would like to thank Mike Miller of Country Financial for their generous support. Mike Miller is a Country Financial representative providing insurance and financial services for the communities in and around Dothan. The number is 334-828-8280.
Mike Schmidt's Automotive Group proudly supports Northside Athletics. They take pride in their inventory of quality used cars, trucks, and SUVs, as well as their helpful and professional sales staff. MikeSchmidt'sAutomotiveGroup.com.
Scott Stevens Tire and Service is a proud supporter of Northside Athletics. For tires and auto repair, Scott Stevens specializes in outstanding customer service. ScottStevensTireandService.com, 334-794-6969.
It can be difficult to choose your Medicare plan. At no cost to you, the Healthcare Resource Center can help you choose from all available Medicare plans to find the one that best fits your individual needs. We not only help you pick a plan, but we also help you use your plan by pairing you with a local agent you can actually talk to. Northside Football thanks Healthcare Resource Center. Free help for people on Medicare.
The Joy FM 94.3, 96.1 is grateful for Northside Methodist Academy, training young champions for Christ and molding the decision makers of tomorrow. We pray God's blessing and protection over all the students, staff, and leadership from all of us at the Joy FM.
Hey, I'm Matt Johnson with the Northside Media Team. It's our vision to train young students about media and technology while bringing you live athletic coverage for Northside Methodist. Would you prayerfully consider supporting us in this new endeavor? Please contact Terry Dyson for more information at 334-794-7273.
Ozark's oldest restaurant, El Palacio. Famous for Mexican steak fingers and a salsa taste that lingers. El Palacio,
Northside Athletics would like to thank Mike Miller of Country Financial for their generous support. Mike Miller is a Country Financial representative providing insurance and financial services for the communities in and around Dothan. The number is 334-828-8280.
Mike Schmidt's Automotive Group proudly supports Northside Athletics. They take pride in their inventory of quality used cars, trucks, and SUVs, as well as their helpful and professional sales staff. MikeSchmidt'sAutomotiveGroup.com.
Scott Stevens Tire and Service is a proud supporter of Northside Athletics. For tires and auto repair, Scott Stevens specializes in outstanding customer service. ScottStevensTireandService.com, 334-794-6969.
It can be difficult to choose your Medicare plan. At no cost to you, the Healthcare Resource Center can help you choose from all available Medicare plans to find the one that best fits your individual needs. We not only help you pick a plan, but we also help you use your plan by pairing you with a local agent you can actually talk to. Northside Football thanks Healthcare Resource Center. Free help for people on Medicare.
The Joy FM 94.3, 96.1 is grateful for Northside Methodist Academy, training young champions for Christ and molding the decision makers of tomorrow. We pray God's blessing and protection over all the students, staff, and leadership from all of us at the Joy FM.
Hey, I'm Matt Johnson with the Northside Media Team. It's our vision to train young students about media and technology while bringing you live athletic coverage for Northside Methodist. Would you prayerfully consider supporting us in this new endeavor? Please contact Terry Dyson for more information at 334-794-7273.
Northside Knights football is on the air.
Hey, this is Coach Toby Green, and it's time for kickoff. Go Knights, go.
We're ready for kickoff here at Ashford High School between Northside and Ashford. Last game of the season. Glad you could join us here. Knights are in their road uniforms, green helmets, white jerseys, green pants. Ashford in their black helmets, black jerseys, white pants, yellow trim. And we are set. Here we go. Kickoff is a little squiver, and they dive forward. Northside does and covers it before it about maybe gets to 7 yards. Didn't even get to 10 yards it needed for them to touch it.
The ball didn't get 10 yards. What a great start for the offense for the Knights. And, Matt, we've gotten a steady diet of that through the year of the onside kick. I'd say we've improved in how we've handled it.
We're probably the best in the wiregrass in recovering that now. Ball is on the Ashford 47-yard line. Carter Stevens in the quarterback spot. Back this week, got 2 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right. We are waiting for everything to be set. Now we're set. And here we go. Stevens looks at the defense. Here's a snap, back to pass, looking, throws. He's hit as he throws, incomplete. Oh, it was looking for Quintero and got hit from behind as he threw that ball.
He did look like he's trying. He's already favoring that ankle, Matt. I don't know if it's fully healed, but he was protecting as he came up, and he had pretty good protection. But the play took a little longer, I think, than what they wanted to develop there.
Quickly to the line. Same formation. Here's a snap, back to pass. Stevens again, under pressure. He throws as he hits again, and it's going to be up and incomplete. Looks like Helder almost had it there. And it was kind of up in the air, but just couldn't quite bring it in.
Kane didn't quite time the jump right. You want to get the ball at its highest point, and I believe he jumped a little early there. Then he was coming down and already being hit by the time to receive that. But it looked like the same play, really, Matt.
It did.
Dialed up there.
So 3rd down and 10. 2 wide receivers to the left, 2 to the right. See if the offensive line can give Stevens some time here. Back to pass. Looking, throws, has his man caught. Almost had it. Watkins had it in his hands and just couldn't bring it in.
Wow, I believe Watkins was that. He was looking to run just a half step before he had the ball securely in his hands. I really think they'll go for it here, Matt, even though it's 10 to go.
Could also do a quick kick here since Stevens is the punter also.
Yeah, a hard snap count, see if you can get a cheap 5 yards, then go for it on 4th and 5. Be interesting to see what Coach Green calls here.
They're actually lined up with trips to the right. 1 wide receiver, Quintero to the left on 4th and 10. Stevens looks over the defense. Now he's set. Here's the snap, back to pass. Looking, throws, screen pass, has his man, Clemens, and he's going to be tackled at the 45-yard line. He gets about 3 yards, and that'll go over on downs.
I like the call, Matt. I really do. You've shown them deep balls or intermediate passes the first 3 times you snapped it, then they're getting good pressure. Go ahead and let the pressure come in. See if you can't sneak a 10-yard screen pass there. I like the call. Wasn't successful on the set of calls that we had on the first 3. But let's see what the defense can do. What looks to be a pretty good size offensive line for the Jackets.
They break the huddle, come out with a 1 wide receiver, 2 wide receivers, 3 wide receivers, to the right, 2 to the left. So we've got spread formation for Ashford. No running back. Now man in motion is a snap, and pitch, jet sweep, slips a tackle, and he gets hit, tries to get out of bounds, and he's going to be finally gang tackled at about the 48-yard line, gain of about 7.
Yeah, good first down play there for the Jackets. I really was going to be surprised if they tried to pass that when the man started in motion. You saw that little jet sweep coming up 5th Avenue right there.
Senior Walton there, number 8 on the carry. 2nd down and 2 for the Jackets.
We mentioned the size line. They're really big on that left side. The centers, the outman for sure as far as like weight's concerned are the Knights.
They come out with a 1 wide receiver this time. In an interesting formation, I'll tell you about it in a minute. Give up the middle, number 8. He goes forward, gets the first down, across the 45-yard line.
What was that formation you were talking about there, Matt?
And there's a flag down late after the play. It was the strangest. There was 3 running backs in the backfield. He was under center, the quarterback was.
Yeah, it was like a full house backfield, but in a straight line instead of a broken bone.
Yeah.
So that must be like their jumbo package. We mentioned the size of the line. The center is at right under 6 foot, but 318 pounds.
So I mentioned dumb penalties, unsportsmanlike conduct on Northside on that play. So that's going to give him another 15 yards.
Wow.
So that's not the way you want to start there. And the ball's going to be all the way to the Northside 29-yard line.
That just not thinking. I didn't see the play, but I'm sure the referee did. And here's the a full house backfield again. It's almost like a power eye.
Walton is the tailback here. He's had the ball both plays that they have run.
Then Jalen Smith is kind of like an H-back or split tail.
And you got Lawrence, the quarterback. Here's the give to number 8. Coming around the near sides, got blockers, puts his head down. And he's going to get the first down. Rain is falling now here at Ashford High School. Thankfully, we're under some kind of a covering.
Wow, I didn't even notice. Is that in the forecast, Matt?
Well, I got a notification that moderate rain was going to start here in 15 minutes. I just didn't believe it.
Yeah.
But no, I don't think it was in the forecast. I think when I looked at it earlier, it was like 1% chance. So there you go. So first down at looks like the 16-yard line for Ashford. Here's a snap. Give number 5 up the middle quickly. Gets up the line, across the 15, maybe to the 12.
That's a preset option, that belly read that the quarterback is generally going to see where the linebackers are and how spread out our secondary is on the corners. And if it is, and we got a mismatch on that left side with the tackle, he's going to get that belly play, and it's going to get 4 or 5 yards. Good read by that time, good execution. The Knights just need to bow up here and see if we can't stop them for a field goal attempt.
Second and about 6. There's snap, pitch, number 8. Walton going around the outside, puts his head down, and he gets hit pretty hard, but comes on down. Let's see how far they got. Maybe about 3 more yards.
Yes, played a little bit better that time the Knights did as far as like that power sweep is what they're running out of that I formation with the H-back as a lead. He's almost like leading as a fullback, Matt, trying to pick up the corner that's coming in support of the run or pick off a linebacker that's flowing that way.
3rd down and 2. Expect this to be 4-down territory for the Jackets. They come out this time with 3 wide receivers to the left with 1 to the right. Shotgun formation. Now man in motion to the near side. Now another man in motion. There's a jet sweep coming around the near side. He's got blockers, and he's going to go into the end zone for a touchdown. No flags on the play.
Nope, and I tell you what, Matt, we talked about it pregame, but that opening drive did not look like a team that has not won a game all year.
No, it's not.
No penalties. I was looking at their blocking assignments. They did some pulling. They combated the stunt real well. Mixed up their plays. You never know what to expect, except you need to expect the unexpected.
So, extra point here. Looks like they're going to go for 2. Shotgun again. Here's a snap. And it's going to be a Wildcat keeper up the middle. He puts his head down, spins, and he's going to go into the end zone, and that's it. So, with 8:36 to go first quarter, it's Ashford 8, Northside 0.
Palazzi, Ozark's oldest restaurant, El Palacio. Famous for Mexican steak fingers and a salsa taste that lingers. El Palacio,
Northside Athletics would like to thank Mike Miller of Country Financial for their generous support. Mike Miller is a Country Financial representative providing insurance and financial services for the communities in and around Dothan. The number is 334-828-8280.
Scott Stevens Tire and Service is a proud supporter of Northside Athletics. For tires and auto repair, Scott Stevens specializes in outstanding customer service. ScottStevensTireandService.com, 334-794-6969.
This is Northside Knights football.
Kickoff goes down to the 32-yard line, finally covered up by Braylon Clemens.
Well, that ball had seeing eyes that time. It just went right by several Northside Knights, and they waved at it when they went by.
They did. Nobody wanted to touch it. I almost don't blame them. The rain's coming down a little bit. Steady here, so I'm not sure I don't want to touch that either.
I wouldn't be surprised. Let's see what the run game can do right here, Matt. I don't know, just to see if we can expose something or get something going.
Here's a snap. Gives to Clemens up the middle. Slips a tackle, but does not slip the second one, but gets maybe 3 yards.
Great second effort there. You turn a 1 yard gain into hopefully a long 2 possibly.
Second down and 8 for Northside, trailing 8-0.
Had something working right there on that stunt, but the Yellow Jackets had the linebacker come quickly to plug up the hole. But let's remember that for later in the game.
Here's a snap, back to pass to Stevens, looks down the field, and he's got his man. Oh, no, he came out at the last minute. Had his man. That looks like that was Colin Blackwell.
It was, Matt. Maybe thrown a little bit behind it, but almost had to be thrown behind him because of the coverage. Certainly a ball that could have been caught, and quite frankly, maybe should have been caught.
Third down and 8. Rain kind of maybe a little bit lighter now. I see more smoke now from the grill than I do rain now.
That's true.
2 wide receivers to each side, third down and 8. Here's the snap, back to pass. Stevens looks down the field, steps up, throws, has his man caught. It's Blackwell, makes a move. And he's going to be tackled. He's going to be short of the first down by 2 yards. He could not get it up the field.
Yeah, I was trying to coach you from here, Matt, to turn it up and see what he could do. But that'll leave 4th and 2. And it looks like Coach Green's signaling in, and we're going to go for it again, Matt. Last game of the year. Let's see if we can make some conversions.
2 wide receivers to each side again. A lot of room, cushion here from the slot receiver on the near sideline. Here's the snap. Oh, got him to jump. Let's
Yep.
see if they're going to be. Make sure that wasn't movement on Northside. I think Blackwell did move.
My goodness, it was.
But also the entire defensive line of Ashford moved as well.
Right. Yeah, he's the one that initiated it, I'm sure.
And it is going to go against Northside.
So 4th and longer, and looks like we're going to punt the ball now, Matt.
Yeah, just about have to. This on this side of the field, really having a choice, I don't think.
Wow, looks like a long 5-yard penalty to me. It was just like 4th and 1 or 2.
Yeah. Carter Stevens ready to kick. There's nobody back deep for Ashford. They don't want to touch this ball, apparently. Low snap. He's got it, though. Kick. Good kick. And it's definitely going to take a Northside bounce.
Let it go.
And it's going to be down at the 29-yard line. So the Yellow Jackets will take over right there. They lead 8-0, 7:03 to go.
Yeah, that's a good punt. Flip the field, which will be helpful here. And the defense has to find something here to stop that power sweep that the Yellow Jackets have been running. See if we can't get some support from our defensive backfield. I'm really looking for Steinfield to come out and really try to make a difference here.
Our official statistician tonight, Mark Kinney, says that's a 37-yard punt. So the Jackets will take over. 2 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Shotgun formation, now man in motion. And they give us that motion man jet sweep. Going around the outside. Flags down, makes some moves, still on his feet, finally gets pushed out of bounds. Let's see what the flag is.
That's got to be a hold, Matt. I saw the play seal a bit too aggressively there.
It is holding on the Yellow Jackets. So we're kind of right in the middle of the bands here. We got Northside band just to our left. We're on the visitor side. And then right across the way, just almost straight on, is the Ashford band.
And they're playing with passion tonight.
They are. Definitely are. Lorraine is still falling here.
It's a torrential drizzle.
Yeah.
That's what that is.
That's what we'll call it.
I think the weather app needs to have that designation on the top of rain.
Yeah.
Torrential drizzle.
So first down and about 20 for the Yellow Jackets. They're in a pistol formation this time. There's the snap and the give. Number 8 up the middle, and he gets hit, dropped, and maybe got 6 yards there.
It was a good read. We still, our linebackers seem like they're frozen, waiting for a pass to play. They're not really crashing like they were in those games that we found a lot of success defensively, Matt. Don't know what the difference is, if it's the call or if they're just there's no play action, so they're not being baited. I would love to see them crash down and just come in support of that run with a bit of passion.
Walton does not run like he is 5'10", 190 pounds. He runs like he's about 210.
Exactly.
Yeah. Quarterback under center, give to Walton again up the middle.
There's what we want.
He got hit, and he is wrapped up and dropped. Maybe a yard gain. That's it, 3rd and long.
Great defensive call there. The linebackers didn't have to come downhill. They were on the line of scrimmage then. Really, I don't know if they saw something that Ashford's giving away and knew to kind of run blitz. A great call, and shows them in 3rd and long, Matt.
So it looks like they didn't get anything, so 3rd down and 12 here. Big 3rd down here for the Knights defense to get back off the field, get the offense on the field, see if we can tie this game up.
Yeah, keep the aggression. I like the aggression right here. It sends a message to the boys, okay, let's get back in this game.
Quarterback under center for the Yellow Jackets. Here's the pitch, number 8, Walton up the middle, slips some tackles, still slipping, and he's going to be right at the 1st down marker and maybe a yard short.
I'm sure they'll go for it there, Matt. That's a lot of success on a play that should have been stopped for 3 or 4 yards. He did break 2 or 3 tackles, and he runs hard, Matt. You were exactly right.
4th down and 1. And the ball is right at their own 39-yard line.
Looks like the Knights are going to sell out to stop the run right here.
This is an interesting formation, too. I guess it's a wildcat. Here's a bad snap, but he gets it. He's under pressure. He's coming around the near side. He's going to just barely get the 1st down, just by a hair.
Wow. We had an opportunity there, Matt, and just could not make the play. Pretty elusive quarterback there, but I thought for sure that we were about to have a tackle behind the line of scrimmage by Braylon Clements.
That was 4 running backs in the backfield.
Yep,
And then he ended up coming to the near side instead of going up the middle. That was interesting.
Yeah, I think the bad snap got him a panic there momentarily, but you can tell it's set up to go straight off tackle.
Shotgun formation this time. Man in motion. There's jet sweep again. Number 3, athlete is what he's listed as. He's going around the outside, slips another tackle. He's to the 50, first down, 40. Lags down.
Yep.
And probably, let's see if that's going to bring it back some.
That was an easy one to call. I mean, on the other side of the field, I heard several people stay right here. That's holding. But it's
so the question will be where it's at and how many.
It's going to be close to a first down because the penalty actually happened about on the 40, our 44. It's going to be second and probably 4 if they call the penalty from there. No, it's from the line of scrimmage.
It'll be first and
yeah. Well, they're going to call it from the line of scrimmage.
They are going to call it from the line of scrimmage. I'm a little surprised by that. Well, or it was halfway through there. It's about first and 15 is what it looks like.
Right.
Maybe 16.
Maybe we saw more than one hold.
We'll call it 16. There's balls at the 35. They need to get to the 49 of Northside for the first down. So first and 16. 4:11 to go. First quarter, 8-0 Ashford.
If you notice then, Matt, we did have a man break free, and we didn't have a good angle on him, and it did not really make him cut back inside, but we did some things defensively a little differently there. Looks like someone's going to call a timeout.
Yeah, I don't know what the we're bringing on another player. I don't know if there was an injury or equipment issue. Maybe that's what it was.
Could have been in the middle of the field.
All right, here we go. Shotgun formation, trips to the right. Here's a snap. Keeper up the middle. Oh, he's hit immediately.
That's a great play right there. Look at that number on the bottom right there. Trevor, who's that made that play? He's getting up last. Luke Moore fought off really a double team there, Matt. Held his ground and saw some white pants go by him, and he grabbed hold of them. That's just a really heads-up play.
Second down and long. Looks like he lost a yard, actually. We'll call it 17 now. Rain continues to fall here. Maybe it's a little heavier than it was a couple of minutes ago. 3 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Shotgun formation for the Yellow Jackets. Here's the snap. Give. Running back number 8 coming around the near side. He's hit. Oh, nice hit. Pushed out of bounds. Jalen Watkins with the hit.
Good defense there, Matt. They pursued well. I like the tackle. He didn't just try to hit him hard. He hit him and locked up, lifted up, and had support. It's textbook. That's the way you need to do it.
So third down and 11.
Boy, you need to stop him here for a little no gain because I really think they'll probably go for it even if it's 9 or 10 yards to go. So Northside needs to keep playing aggressive. Don't try to play it safe here. Let's keep it aggressive and stop the run.
3 wide receivers to the left. With a quick snap. Number 8 given to him again, going around the outside, trying to get the corner, puts his head down. Flags are down. Lots of flags are down. He does not get much, maybe a yard.
Yeah, he did not. I don't know what the call there would be. It's a quick flag for a hold.
Yeah, I want to say maybe it was they moved really quick.
Yeah, that could be a legal procedure. Not when everyone was set. That would be my guess. And if that's the call, I would you.
Yep, it is. Looks like that's what the call is. So I'd
you
say
refuse
decline that. Yep.
Yeah.
Unless they're saying that was the. Unless that was the deal. Yep, fourth down is what it is. They're going to call it 4th and 10. Wind is kind of picking up here as well.
Kinda.
And it looks like they're set up for the punt. Nobody back deep for the Knights. Nobody wants to touch that either with a wet ball. And it's a direct snap to the up man, and he's up the middle, and he gets hit, and he's going to be dropped, and the Knights will take over at the Ashford 44.
I like the call by Ashford, especially if that guy's a senior. But he's not. That's number 57, Ethan Bonner, 6'1", 245. Man, that's a lineman's dream for the ball be snapped to him and see him run for a first down.
Knights didn't expect them to punt that either, apparently.
That's
so,
right. They were playing
that
safe
time.
for sure.
So ball's at the 45 of Ashford. They trail 8-0, 2:43 to go first quarter. Shotgun formation for the Knights. Here's the snap. And the give. Keeper, Stevens, he's under pressure, and he's dropped for a sack back at the Knights' 46-yard line.
Yeah, we could tell them whatever misdirection we're going to run is going to need to be quick because that young man is the one that's been carrying the ball a good bit for the Yellow Jackets, number 8, Lamarion Walton, senior, and he really came through the line in a hurry.
So Knights now backed up deep, second down and long. Not able to really get much going here on offense so far. Here's the snap to Carter Stevens. Give is to Watkins up the middle. He's got a hole. He's at the 50. Pushes down, and he's going to be up to the 45. So he'll get back to the original line of scrimmage. That'll make it 3rd and 10.
That's the best play of the night for the Knights offense for sure there, Matt. 10-yard run. You called it. There was a hole there, and he followed his blocker. He didn't try to get too greedy. Stayed there, and that probably gave him another 3 or 4 yards.
Waiting for the play call from the sideline here. 1:30 to go, first quarter. Like to probably see the Knights here go 2 plays. Don't have to get the first down here on this play, but like to get at least half of it.
Yeah, they're going to call a timeout.
Yep, they'll call a timeout. We'll take one also. 1:19 to go, first quarter. 8-0 Ashford. You're listening to Northside Knights football.
It can be difficult to choose your Medicare plan. At no cost to you, the Healthcare Resource Center can help you choose from all available Medicare plans to find the one that best fits your individual needs. We not only help you pick a plan, but we also help you use your plan by pairing you with a local agent you can actually talk to. Northside Football thanks Healthcare Resource Center. Free help for people on Medicare.
Mike Schmidt's Automotive Group proudly supports Northside Athletics. They take pride in their inventory of quality used cars, trucks, and SUVs, as well as their helpful and professional sales staff. MikeSchmidt'sAutomotiveGroup.com.
The Joy FM 94.3, 96.1 is grateful for Northside Methodist Academy, training young champions for Christ and molding the decision makers of tomorrow. We pray God's blessing and protection over all the students, staff, and leadership from all of us at the Joy FM. This is Northside's brand of football. Go Knights, go!
3rd down and 10 for Northside. Empty backfield, shotgun formation for Stevens. Here's a snap. Going to keep it, coming around the near side, trying to get a block. Puts his head down, falls forward, gets about 2. So it's going to make it 4th and 8.
Tell you what, Carter does not take any prisoners when he's running. I mean,
No.
he's just, if you're willing to get down low and hit me, then do it, because he is going full steam ahead.
4th down. We'll call it a long 7, short 8. We have trips to the left. Back to pass is Stevens, looking down the field, throws deep. Down the sideline, up in the air, and it is incomplete. It was kind of a jump ball, 50-50 ball, and actually maybe a 75-25 ball with 3 defenders down there.
Exactly. That's a great adjustment on your math there, Matt. That's exactly what it is. It's 75-25 in favor of the black and gold. So we're fortunate not to come away. But listen, if we throw a pick there, we've got them inside there on 10.
Yeah, it's as good as a punt there. But anyway, Jackets will take over at their own 43. 1st and 10. 8-0 Ashford. 43 seconds to go in the first quarter.
Look for a steady dose of power running here from the Yellow Jackets.
Quarterback under center. Here's a snap and the give. Number 8 up the middle. And he falls forward, gets maybe 5 yards, maybe 4 yards there.
Yeah, with a wet ball and the weight advantage they have on that side of the line, until our linebackers come up there and really stop the play, I'd be shocked. And I'm not a coach, but I'd be shocked if that's not the way they're dialing up almost every play. They may run it to the edge here.
Looks like they're not going to have to run another play, apparently.
That's the first quarter.
As the Jackets go
I
to the
believe
sideline.
Tristin, it has Mike Mordecai.
Does she? All right, that's the end of the first quarter. Tristin, I'm going to assume you've got Coach Mike Mordecai down there, do you?
Yes, I'm down here on the field with Coach Mike Mordecai. He's the head baseball coach here at Northside and also the athletic director. But Coach Mordecai, what are you thinking about the upcoming future that Northside football holds?
Well, first off, we're starting to compete next season in a region, and we'll be classified in 2A or 3A, which I really believe we're going to be a 3A school, and probably going to be in the same region with Houston Academy, Providence, Opp, Wicksburg, Slocum, New Brockton, I think, is in there now. And so it's going to be a challenge. But I think we're going to have some returning players that are going to take these experiences that they're going through right now, and they'll use it to their benefit. And it's always good to get playing against your rivals, and I say they're rivals, but they're really a lot of people that we know. Those kids, they know each other from different schools, and some of them that are here now actually went to those schools. So it'll be very interesting. But I think we're going to be competitive, and we're seeing a more competitive team here late in the season than we saw earlier, which is good.
Thank you so much, Coach Mordecai.
Yeah, thanks, Coach, for taking the time to talk with us. It's fun to talk to him, Mike, Chuck, before the game. I asked him about the World Series. You know, he has a little bit of interest in that. Here's
Yes,
a snap
he
up the
does.
middle. It actually looks like a quarterback sneak. I don't think he got anything.
I don't
Maybe
either,
a
man.
yard.
Defended well.
That was an interesting call there on 2nd and 6.
Very interesting. I would say surprising.
Start of the second quarter here, 8-0 Ashford. But yeah, I asked him. I told him I had to tell him that I was an Astros fan, and he said, "Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a good series. The pitching is going to be is the question mark." Well, it's really for both teams, I think.
For both clubs, it is.
So it'll be every game. You just never know what you're going to get. 3rd down and 4 for Ashford, and a fumble. No, picks it up. Throws it to number 8, coming around the near side, and he's going to get his first down barely. He slipped a tackle and was able to get the first down just barely.
I tell you what, if we can get the angles down, we've got that play defended. But Tyler Smith was in pursuit, but just did not have a good enough angle to turn that play back inside and let the rest of the guys in green come and support the run.
I wonder if Mike Mordecai wears his World Series rings any. I'm some of those guys like to wear them. I don't know. I probably wouldn't. If I had one, I'd probably lock it up.
Yeah, maybe wear it on special occasions.
Jet sweep to the near far side. He's under pressure. He slips a tackle. Oh, he gets a hit, and he's going to be dropped for a loss on 1st down for Ashford.
Hey, that was a great pursuit. Then again, we had great pursuit coming off the line. Tyler Smith is all over the place. He's chasing play there, and I'm not sure who that was, but I think it was Blackwell who came in pursuit and made the hit as 42 slowed him down.
Chuck, I'm reminded of a game you and I did when we were on Joy FM for the 3A semifinal game, Providence at Flominton.
Mm-hmm.
And there was no rain on the forecast during the game, and it rained the entire game.
Yes.
And it's like this tonight. AccuWeather said 1% chance, and it's still raining here. Shotgun formation, 2nd down and 11, and now we got flags down. That could be delay game, I'm guessing. And it is delay game on Ashford. I'll back up. So, yeah, that's kind of what that reminds me of. Thankfully, we have better covering than we did here than we did at that game.
Have much better covering. And it's a bit warmer tonight than it was that night. It was frigid, but do you recall the helicopter that delivered the game ball?
I do. That was, the atmosphere, the electricity in the atmosphere was there when we arrived.
It was. That town came in support.
Well, they did. Back to pass this time. Throws deep down the sideline. Has his man. And it's incomplete. In and out of his hands. Number 10 was the intended receiver.
Wow, I thought they had something. That ball just died.
Yeah.
He had 2 or 3 steps on the defender from Northside. And the ball just hit the wind or the rain or whatever it was. It looked like it just came to a standstill.
Chuck, I have a very technical question to ask you.
Sure.
In the rain, which has better grip, Stickum or gloves?
I would say gloves because Stickum is going to have water pull up on the top. Gloves get a little tacky.
Little John Madden there. Here's a snap. And we got flags down. I think they moved early, and he got hit and dropped back for a loss, number 8 with the carry.
Yeah, they either moved early or we jumped offside, Matt. I'm not sure.
We got flags on the sideline, near sideline. So
Coach Green's saying to decline the penalty, so I'm assuming, it's a legal motion.
So, yeah, that'll make it 4th down and long. Not sure where the ball should have been spotted. No, he was farther back than that when he was tackled. They put it at the Northside 40.
They put it at the line of scrimmage, and he lost 2 yards.
He lost 2 or 3 yards on that.
Wow, I'm surprised the coaches hadn't caught that.
Well, it's 4th down anyway.
They gained 2 yards on a play that lost 3.
So nobody back deep for Northside, expecting the unexpected here for the punt. Last time they did not punt the ball, but now Watkins drops back. Here's the snap, and it is going to be a kick. Short kick, and it's going to take an Ashford bounce past the 20, down to about the 18-yard line. So the Knights will take over right there, trailing 8-0, 9:16 to go first half.
So, Matt, to answer your question, this Coach Mordecai wears his World Series ring. I would think, anytime he has a function to go to, at school, at church, to Walmart, it's then that I would wear it.
So our statistician is telling us total offense for the Knights so far is 15 yards. So hopefully they can get something going here. I'd like to see that running game get going, but there's nobody in the backfield. Now man in motion is Clemens. And the keeper is Carter Stevens coming around the near side. He slips the tackle. Now he makes a move, spins, and he may have got a yard.
That's a lot of yardage and a lot of punishment to get 1 yard on that. I'd love to see Carter keep his back to the backfield instead of turn that back toward pursuing defenders there. Good play by the Ashford Yellow Jackets corner there. He really crashed down. Our guy did not have the opportunity to even get in his way. Just had to wave at him when he went by.
We'll call it 2nd and 8. The angle here is a little tough, looking down that sideline. Shotgun formation, 2 wide receivers to each side this time for the Knights. Here's the snap, back to pass. Stevens looking, throws quickly, has his man caught, Blackwell. And he's still on his feet. He's got a first down, pushed out of bounds near the 30-yard line, flags down, I'm guessing holding.
No, we got a chop block, I'm afraid, Matt. It's
That's even worse. So, yeah, block below the waist, so that's going to wipe out that first down.
That's the temptation, Matt. When you're outweighed by about 100 pounds, you really see those ankles clearly, and you say, hey, I can stop this guy from rushing right here.
But yeah, back in the 80s, 90s, that was
legal.
That was legal. That was typical.
I can say from first-hand experience, I did that several times. that was the only way I could really make a block back in the day.
I'll tell you my story about that from my experience. After we play this, it's going to be 2nd down. Chuck, I'm going to guess about 16. I don't know. Something like that.
Yeah.
2nd about 16. Shotgun formation, 3 wide receivers left, 1 to the right. Back to pass is Stevens, looking, throws. Has his man Clemens on a screen pass. He makes a move to the 20, and he dives past the 25 to the 26. He's near a first down.
Yeah, that's a good-looking run right there, Matt. After he received the ball on that screenplay, I tell you what, that's been a good play for us. As aggressive as the Yellow Jackets are on the pursuit as rushing, that's an excellent call.
3rd down, and we'll call it 2 for Northside. Need to get a first down here, keep the sticks moving. 3 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Here's the snap, and the give is to Clemens. He slips a tackle up the middle. He's got the first down across the 35 up to the 32-yard line.
I believe the rain helped him slip that tackle just then, Matt, and it's coming down as hard as it has all night.
It sure has, and a lot of the fans are trying to find shelter. We may have some friends up here shortly.
I'm thinking probably so. Trevor, where's some tape? We'll tape off this gateway here.
1st and 10 for the Knights. Snap. Give us to Clemens again, up the middle. He's got some room. He's got the 35. He makes it to the 40. First down, Knights. And again, we asked about that running game, and it looks good.
It does. And this is what you want for the Knights, when you get in some type of rhythm. But, again, we've mentioned it all year, Matt, that high snap, just a little bit high, can ruin the timing of that play. That play depends so much on precise timing.
Ball's at the 42-yard line of Northside, 1st and 10. Here's a snap, high snap, give to Clemens, and he's hit immediately, and he's going to lose some yards on that one.
There's that high snap again. And if you don't hit the hole, it's right when it's there, that's the outcome you see. What was going to be, maybe a hole, but that high snap throws it off a half step, and it really handicaps the play.
Tristin, are you staying dry down there on the field? I don't see you anywhere.
Booth to Tristin.
She may have, I know she talked about getting a rain jacket. She may still be doing that.
She may be.
I did. I made it back. I was talking to Coach Mordecai after our interview.
High snap, give to Clemens up the middle. He stops, moves, runs forward, cuts it up, maybe got back to the line of scrimmage. Yeah, so rain's coming down pretty good there. So it's going to make the field conditions really slick, and the ball is going to be really slick. So throwing is not going to be much of an option, I wouldn't think.
No, not unless you get a ball in there. And sometimes on the leather balls that they use, if it gets a little wet, it can get a little tacky. That water absorbs instead of laying on the surface.
3rd and long, back to pass. Stevens looking, throws deep, has his man, and it is almost intercepted. Helder was the intended receiver down near the 30-yard line.
Yeah, that would have been a good punt. Looks like Kane kind of got spun around. He like he surrounded the ball when it was up in the middle of the air.
Yeah, and if he would have been able to see the ball, I think he might have been able to catch it on the bounce off the, the defender.
That's the lesson there. Don't give up on the play.
That's right. So the punt team comes on for the Knights. Yellow Jackets are not going to bring anybody back. Here's the snap. Good snap. Good kick. End over end. It's going to take a Northside bounce. It's going to go to the sideline, past the 10, and right at the 9-yard line. Great punt.
Outstanding punt by Carter Stevens. That's the better play that we've had tonight.
48-yard punt by our math dude over here.
He was working that calculator quickly.
He had both. He had his socks off on that one. So Yellow Jackets will take over deep in their own territory. The ball is spotted right at the 10-yard line. 5:38 to go. Ashford leads 8-0.
Big set of downs here for the defense, Matt. That almost goes without saying, but to hold Ashford here, get the ball back in better field position, you have a chance to put up points before the halftime. The defense really needs to come hard here going downhill because you know Ashford's going to run the ball.
They come out with run up the middle, pushes down, and he's hit, dropped near the 16, 17-yard line, gain of about 6 or 7 there.
Saw a couple guys trying to tackle the ball instead of tackle the guy, and that let him have 3 or 4 more yards there.
Well, the ball might be slick. It might be a good idea to try to punch it out, but I'd like to see him try to punch it out instead of try to grab it.
Yeah, that has to be supplemental
yeah,
to the tackle.
Absolutely. Anyway, my story is I remember watching Houston Yates and Odessa Permian back in 80, I think it was 88. And Houston Yates outsized Odessa Permian huge. And that's what they would do. The only way they could get any kind of stop at all is give up the middle, number 8, cuts it out the outside. Ball's loose, but I think
they did.
And then we got flags down right there at the end.
I think he threw the flag instead of his beanbag. So he's going to wave off that flag.
Okay. Looks like they're going to have a first down, though. But they barely got that ball back. So Knights keep plugging. They may get one here in just a minute. Looks like they're still talking about it, and they are waving the flag off.
Yeah.
But anyway, so they used to dive at those guys' feet all the time trying to just, give those guys – it didn't work, by the way.
No. I had to do that against Larry Roberts. I don't know if you recognize that name, Larry Roberts. He played at Northview High School, later played at the University of Alabama, then later played for the San Francisco Giants.
Oh, snap quickly. Up the middle again. Gets hit, but falls forward up near the 24-yard line.
I tell you what, Matthew, I'm fortunate to have a family today by what he did to me on several of those plays.
Wow.
I took him out one play, and I think that was just like poking a bear because the rest of the game, I knew exactly how many blades of grass was in Ripio Stadium turf. It was not good.
2nd down and 7 for the Yellow Jackets. 4:08 to go first half. They come out this time in shotgun formation. Man in motion, jet sweep, come around the near side. He stops, and he gets hit at the 25, and he's going to be stopped right there. Got a yard.
And
Brings up third
what was successful is we had better angle. I mean, yes, he did juke us on that play, Matt, but we took the sideline away from him. It was. You may not think it was a good play because he missed the tackle, but Jesse Dyson, then I believe it was that Jesse there? 46, I thought it was.
May have been.
I think that he took the right angle and stopped that outside motion and forced it back inside.
Third down. Here's a snap. Back to pass. Number 2. Looking. Throws. High. Incomplete. Overthrew his intended receiver. Great job by number 42 of Northside to get in the way of that pass.
Absolutely. And Jesse had pressure. Now he was catapulted away from it. I don't see how the offensive lineman was not called for holding. Because, I mean.
Yeah. Tyler Smith was the defender there. Kind of got in the right spot for Northside.
Mm-hmm.
Punt team is going to come on for the Yellow Jackets, I believe. It's 4th and about 4. They're at their own 25. It is a punt formation, but Knights got to be ready here.
It's a short punt formation.
Jaden Watkins back deep for the Knights. Knights need to be alert here. Here's a snap, and it is going to be a punt. It's a pretty good punt there. A little short, and it's going to take a Northside bounce, and it's going to be down at the Northside 49-yard line. So the Knights, with 3:09 to go, have a good field position. Let's see if they can get something going and get the points on before halftime.
And really important, man, because since we got the ball the first half, we'd be kicking it away to start the second half. So, wow, it seems like it's close. Does it seem like that to you? It just seems like we're that close to making a drive to get some points.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we're getting close. And, you know, as the game wears on, you wonder how the other team is going to be conditioned. And so maybe we'll see some of them kind of wearing down a little bit. Shotgun formation for Stevens. Here's the snap. Give us to Clemens. Coming around the near side. Now he stops. Goes up the middle. It's got some room across the 50 to the 45-yard line. Gain of about 6.
That'll work. That's key for Clemens. He has that outside game. Plant the foot. Turn it north and south. And you negate the speed of the Jackets trying to pursue that play. And you get 4 or 5 yards. And listen, I'll take 4 or 5 yards every snap.
I'm not for sure, but it looks to me like the chains are 10.5 yards, not 10.
It just seems long, doesn't it?
It just seems long. I don't know what it is. Shotgun formation on 2nd down and 4. And the pitch to Clemens coming around the near side, and he's going to be hit and dropped right at the line of scrimmage at the 45. Didn't get anything.
Wow, that was a lot of risk-reward right there, but some missed assignments. I think that's what the coaches are barking at. There was a lot of penetration and for that quick of a play.
I'll tell you what, the Yellow Jackets had 5 guys on this side of the field to tackle him. If they could fake that, he's going to have wide open field.
I think so, and hopefully that will be spotted by the Northside Brain Trust.
3rd down and 4. Shotgun formation, 2 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Snap. Stevens looking, throws, has his man caught near the first down marker, pushed out of bounds. Let's see where they're marking. He's going to be Gage Rhodes.
I think he may be short just by a little bit, Matt, but
if it was an actual 10-yard sticks.
Yeah.
It's going to be 4th and 1.
I like the play.
Gage Rhodes with the reception. 4th down and 1. They come to the line quickly. 1 wide receiver way out there on the far sideline. 2 to the right. Snap. Stevens up the middle, runs, got the first down, still moving, gets it up to the 35-yard line.
That's a great morale builder there, Matt. That's a big play in the game. I know it's awful early to say it may be the biggest one yet, but that was bigger than the 10-yard gain that we had earlier in the game. That 4th down conversion keeps this drive going.
They go tempo here, 1:47 to go in the first half. Here's the snap. High snap. Give us to Clemens. Plants his foot. Goes up the middle. He's got some room to the 30. He's up to the 25-yard line near another first down.
Keep the tempo up right here. That line for Ashford's getting a little fatigued, a little winded. You can tell they're not pursuing with the passion they once did. They're trying to get some personnel out and get some new personnel in.
And we're going to have a timeout, Ashford, as they're trying to get the right personnel on. And we'll take one with them. 1:24 to go. First half, 8-0. But Northside on the move. You're listening to Northside Knights Football. Hey, I'm Matt Johnson with the Northside Media Team. It's our vision to train young students about media and technology while bringing you live athletic coverage for Northside Methodist. Would you prayerfully consider supporting us in this new endeavor? Please contact Terry Dyson for more information at 334-794-7273.
Ozarks
This is Northside's varsity cheerleading squad, and you're listening to the Northside Nets media team. Go Knights!
First and 10 for Northside at the Ashford 25-yard line. 1:24 to go, first half. And the Knights trail by 8. See if they can get on the board here.
So we have 2 timeouts, best I can remember, Matt. Coach Green called one when it was 3rd and long. So 2 remaining timeouts, 25 yards to go, a minute and a half. I think we're in good shape.
Stevens, snap, give it. And it's going to be on the ground. It was going to be a reverse, and they lost yards. They got the ball back, but they lost about 10 yards, maybe 15 on that play.
Yeah, I understand.
That's tough when it's raining.
Yeah. But when it's raining and when you've got momentum running the ball between the tackles.
Yeah.
Lee,
Clock continues to move under 1 minute now. 2nd and long. Here's the snap. Stevens back to pass, looking, throws, tipped at the line, incomplete. Looks like they got to get all the way to about the 15, I'm going to say, for the first down. The ball's at the 39. So they got a long ways to go here with 2 downs to do it.
That's a tall order, Matt. You just hate your momentum than something like that, and it's just it looked like more of a toss reverse. And it just squirted up, straight up.
Hope you stay with us for halftime FCA moment, the last one of the year, and then our plan is to have Bill Reif with us up here in the booth, talk to him a little bit during halftime. So hope you'll stay with us.
Outstanding.
3rd down, long snap. Stevens back to pass, throws over the middle, incomplete. Was running backwards as he threw it. And Jaden Watkins, he had him, but he was at his feet, incomplete.
Yeah, there was a Yellow Jacket breathing right down his neck. He didn't have much option. He had to get rid of the ball or just get pulverized.
So, unfortunately, not going to have any points here on this drive. It doesn't look like. Punt team comes on for the Knights. 44 seconds to go in the first half.
Yeah, that feeling remains. We're that close, Matt. We're almost in the red zone, 1st and 10, and then a mistake on a I would say a trick play.
And now we got flags moving. Looks like we had an extra man on the field.
Yeah, I believe so. Steinfeld was trying to get some extra protection. And it's going to cost us 5, but that's okay. I mean, the way Carter's been punting it, that's not going to kill us right there.
No, it's definitely not. Wind is actually going to be at his back a little bit. Does look like the rain has settled a little bit. Still drizzling a little bit, though.
Yeah,
it probably will stop during halftime.
I think so.
And then pick back up in the 3rd quarter. Here's a snap. Good snap. Good kick. Another one. And it's going to take a Northside bounce. It's going to go into the end zone for a touchback. But I'd rather have that than, kicked out of bounds or give it to Ashford at the 40, I
was wondering, is the Yellow Jacket band going to perform at halftime?
Well, they haven't come out of the stands. They may not march.
They may not. It may not be a marching band. It just says sound of the wiregrass. So,
yeah, may just be the sound.
It's just sound from the stands.
Yeah. All right, first down for Ashford at their own 20. 35.7 seconds to go, first half. Comes out 2 wide receivers to each side. Shotgun formation for the Jackets. Here's a snap. Give up the middle. Puts his head down, number 8. And he did not get much. He got hit pretty hard.
The best hit of the night. Was that Steinfeld or was that someone else that really made that hit? That was a great hit.
Noah Davis.
Noah Davis with the big tackle. Well done there, young man.
Guessing that's going to be the last play of the half. Don't expect them to run another play here. And they're not in a hurry to do so.
No. If they do, it's going to be a quick snap right at the gun.
They do come to the line here with 6 seconds to go. And they do not make the play. So that's it for the first half. Ashford leads 8-0. Got a ball game here, folks. Don't go anywhere. FCA moment, and Pastor Bill Reif will be joining us. You're listening to Northside Knights Football.
Scott Stevens Tire and Service is a proud supporter of Northside Athletics. For tires and auto repair, Scott Stevens specializes in outstanding customer service. ScottStevensTireandService.com, 334-794-6969.
The Joy FM 94.3, 96.1 is grateful for Northside Methodist Academy, training young champions for Christ and molding the decision makers of tomorrow. We pray God's blessing and protection over all the students, staff, and leadership from all of us at the Joy FM.
Ozarks restaurant, El Palacio. Famous for Mexican steak fingers and a salsa taste that lingers. El Palacio, oh, oh, oh.
It can be difficult to choose your Medicare plan. At no cost to you, the Healthcare Resource Center can help you choose from all available Medicare plans to find the one that best fits your individual needs. We not only help you pick a plan, but we also help you use your plan by pairing you with a local agent you can actually talk to. Northside Football thanks Healthcare Resource Center. Free help for people on Medicare.
Mike Schmidt's Automotive Group proudly supports Northside Athletics. They take pride in their inventory of quality used cars, trucks, and SUVs, as well as their helpful and professional sales staff. MikeSchmidt'sAutomotiveGroup.com.
Northside Athletics would like to thank Mike Miller of Country Financial for their generous support. Mike Miller is a Country Financial representative providing insurance and financial services for the communities in and around Dothan. The number is 334-828-8280.
Hey, I'm Matt Johnson with the Northside Media Team. It's our vision to train young students about media and technology while bringing you live athletic coverage for Northside Methodist. Would you prayerfully consider supporting us in this new endeavor? Please contact Terry Dyson for more information at 334-794-7273.
Welcome to the Northside Knights halftime show. We'll recap the first half of action after we hear a word from our friends at FCA. Here's Shane Williamson, president of FCA.
In 1954, God implanted into the heart of a basketball coach a vision that sports could be used as a vehicle to share the message of Jesus Christ.
Dodgers owner Branch Rickey in Estes Park, 1956.
There is a reason for this Fellowship of Christian Athletes. Athletics has a place. Why this thing of Fellowship of Christian Athletes seems to have arisen in the mind of a few men. But not just 2 or 3 gathered together, but millions of people everywhere, dedicated to a common cause. The potential is almost beyond conception. Think of the power of this group through all the nations of the world.
And that influence continues today.
Nearly 7 decades later, that vision is a reality.
Ministering to and through the coach.
Once we've engaged coaches and athletes, we're then equipping them, we're serving them.
To ultimately empower them, men and women who are disciples who make disciples.
Influence athletes from the young age all the way up to the pros.
Now is such a critical time.
Sport is larger than it ever has been.
I see FCA being more relevant today
than at any other time in history.
Right at this very moment, our society, we are removing ourselves from the Word of God.
So we produce FCA Bibles, God's Word, put to the coaches and athletes' hands.
Our camps continue to grow around the world.
That's where I felt God's presence the most.
Our numbers are growing. More coaches are joining a team.
Doors opening, now serving in over 84 different countries.
Truly fulfilling that vision.
There's more to coaching than just winning medals.
It's really about the impact you have in others' lives.
I didn't get saved at a church. The FCA met me right where I was.
We come to you exactly where you're at.
By first reaching the coach, we have the opportunity then to reach every athlete.
That's my job, raising leaders.
And that's what's so powerful about the FCA.
It's changing the dynamic of ministry.
They go where you are.
The ripple effect you're having on these kids and these coaches.
And they're going to affect the community for generations.
We want to walk through school and people see us and they be like, hey, I know that's a Christian because of the way we act.
If we can change 2 people a day, just imagine how much that will grow.
The impact, it goes full circle.
I do still have that.
It carries generations and generations.
We can reach every coach, every athlete, every community, every country. To see the world transformed
by Jesus Christ.
through the influence.
The influence.
The influence. Coaches and athletes.
FCA.
Fulfilling
the vision.
This is Chase Falk, and this is another FCA halftime devotion. As I've said every week this season, we are focusing on the word for, a preposition that simply means to rally on behalf of someone else. And we've talked about how God has rallied for us, how God loves us, how God rallies for love and forgiveness, and God rallies for obedience and teamwork, and God rallies for a team. And so as you and I think more and more about how God rallies for these things, what we said last week is we flipping a script a little bit, where now we know God rallies for us, but he does that so we can rally for others. We must walk in obedience. And today, the simple thought is this: we must be for others. Again, God is for you. He rallies on your behalf so that now you and I can rally on behalf for other people. You know, he sets you and I up for great success as you and I understand how he's for us, but then he gives us the opportunity to set other people up for success. He wants other people to experience what you're experiencing as well. He wants other people to know that he's a God of love. He wants other people to know that he is with them, and he wants other people to experience him the way you are. And so he puts people in our life for us to do that, for us to see them where they are. That's important. For us to see them right where they are, to in turn meet their needs, to in turn get to know them, for the goal more than anything of not satisfying self, or not having some type of image where it's someone you know for some sort of selfish reason. But the reason he puts people in your life is for them to experience his glory through you. I love Matthew 22 verses 37 through 40, where the Pharisees are trying to really trick Jesus, and they ask him this question: what is the greatest commandment? And Jesus responds and says this. He said to them, love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your mind. This is the greatest and most important command. The second is like it: love your neighbor as yourself. All the law and the prophets depend on these two commandments. Jesus says everything else hinges upon our love for him, but also loving our neighbor as ourselves. There are a lot of people that really love themselves. And if you and I would love the people around us the way we love ourselves, it would truly change the way we experience things in this world. And so again, God has placed you where you are for a reason. God has given you influence, and that influence is for you to support, to rally, and love the people around you. It reminds me of a friend of mine that had the opportunity to play football for Auburn, and as he played football at Auburn, I would always ask him a question: what's your most favorite part about being on the team? And he would say this: my favorite part about playing on the team is when we walk out of the tunnel arm in arm together, going onto the field for the beginning of a game. And I asked him the question, why is that your favorite part of the game? And he would simply say this: it's because in this moment, with our arms locked together, we understood that everybody together had each other's back. Everybody together was there to fulfill the same goal, and we were going to do it in a heart of encouragement, and a heart of love, and a heart of rallying together as a team. That's the same thing that you and I should think of daily as we think about life. God has given us an opportunity to lock arms with people, to truly get to know them for who they are, to listen well, to serve well, and to walk with these people for, again, him to be seen, for him to be experienced, and for lives to be changed, again, for his glory. So again, today, God is for you. But again, more than that, we must be for other people. We live in a society today that's so me-centered that we can't even see the people around us. I find myself every single day going through life so fast that sometimes it's easy to miss the opportunities that God has given us. So one of the things that I'd encourage you to think about today is say, God, open my eyes to see who's around me that you want me to be for, that you want me to rally on your behalf and letting people see you through my life. And so again today, we must be for others. Get in the game God has planned for your life.
If you'd like to know more about how you can have a relationship with God and find true hope, peace, love, acceptance, and lasting joy, there's somebody waiting to talk with you about it right now. Call the Joy FM prayer line, 877-800-PRAY. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, somebody's ready to listen to your questions and help you find the answers to what you've been searching for. 877-800-PRAY. I'm going to give you the number one more time because we believe it's more than a game. And this is your life we're talking about. 877-800-PRAY. It's 877-800-PRAY.
Scott Stevens Tire and Service is a proud supporter of Northside Athletics. For tires and auto repair, Scott Stevens specializes in outstanding customer service. ScottStevensTireandService.com, 334-794-6969.
The Joy FM 94.3, 96.1 is grateful for Northside Methodist Academy, training young champions for Christ and molding the decision makers of tomorrow. We pray God's blessing and protection over all the students, staff, and leadership from all of us at the Joy FM.
It can be difficult to choose your Medicare plan. At no cost to you, the Healthcare Resource Center can help you choose from all available Medicare plans to find the one that best fits your individual needs. We not only help you pick a plan, but we also help you use your plan by pairing you with a local agent you can actually talk to. Northside Football thanks Healthcare Resource Center. Free help for people on Medicare.
Ozark's oldest restaurant, El Palacio. Famous for Mexican steak fingers and a salsa taste that lingers. El Palacio,
Mike Schmidt's Automotive Group proudly supports Northside Athletics. They take pride in their inventory of quality used cars, trucks, and SUVs, as well as their helpful and professional sales staff. MikeSchmidt'sAutomotiveGroup.com.
Northside Athletics would like to thank Mike Miller of Country Financial for their generous support. Mike Miller is a Country Financial representative providing insurance and financial services for the communities in and around Dothan. The number is 334-828-8280.
Hey, I'm Matt Johnson with the Northside Media Team. It's our vision to train young students about media and technology while bringing you live athletic coverage for Northside Methodist. Would you prayerfully consider supporting us in this new endeavor? Please contact Terry Dyson for more information at 334-794-7273.
Northside Athletics would like to give a thanks to those who have generously supported our student athletes. Scott Stevens Tire Company, El Palacio Mexican Restaurant in Ozark, Mike Miller Country Financial, Mike Schmidt's Auto Group, Northside Methodist Church, Healthcare Resource Center, and the Joy FM. Now let's check back into the field with the Northside Knights media team.
Welcome back to halftime here at Ashford. Northside trails the Yellow Jackets 8-0, and we're joined by the head of school, the head honcho, King Bill. Is that? Does anybody call you that?
I try to get them to say Your Majesty, but they won't. They won't.
So
they won't do it. Nobody but your wife. Your wife will say it, but no one else will. So.
Well, she's new in their position. She's going to do whatever you tell her to. Well, it's good to have you here. I mean, always fun to talk to you, Bill. And if nothing else, you're out of the rain in our little nook here.
Yeah, but it stopped.
It did stop.
So I
said it was going to stop at halftime and start back up in the third quarter,
and it was just enough to be a little bit of annoyance. But I think it has been bothering Carter. I don't think he's had a good grip on the ball.
No, I don't think so either. So I have no scripted questions for you tonight. So this is just going off the top of the head, I guess. As the school gets ready to transition, I guess really what they call championship play for Alabama High School, and actually get kind of a true classification. How do you feel this kind of, this learning period for the school getting ready to go into Alabama High School officially has gone the last year and a half now?
Well, I mean, we've been really pleased with the transition at Alabama High School. In fact, as a school board chairman from another school, I assume they have announced what they're doing, but I'm not going to say what school it is, called me about 2 months ago that they were thinking about making the transition for a lot of the same reasons that we did, and he called and then he had me talk then we did a group call with kind of their committee that was considering the whole thing. And one of the guys asked me, what's been the downside? And I told him, I don't want to sound like an evangelist for Alabama High School Athletic Association, but there really hadn't been a downside.
Yeah.
I said, the only downside really is that they demand so much more preparation from the coaches that you can't just walk on the field and coach a team. You got to go through some pretty extensive testing, and some of it's jumping through hoops, but it's good hoops. So, but at least you find out who really wants to be there. So it's been positive for us. We feel like we've started some healthy rivalries. There's not been. I mean, the main thing that we were concerned with was what is going to be the difference in the fan base. And honestly, the fan bases have been gracious. I mean, we've been treated graciously when we travel to places. People have come graciously. It's just been a great experience all the way around.
Well, I'll tell you, the fans from Northside have just been very supportive because, I mean, we have more fans here tonight than Ashford does. I think by far.
There's more on our side of the stands than on their side of the stands. They're kind of scattered around some, but I feel like we have more here. Yeah,
that's not been the first time we've seen that either this year. I mean,
no, it's one of the things that our folks, they want to see. They want to see kids playing hard. Mm-hmm. They want to see coaching that builds kids up and doesn't tear kids down. They want to see kids playing hard, and of course they want to see wins. But they're willing to measure what they see in their kids. Like last week's game against Rehobeth. I mean, that's against a 6A school.
Yeah.
And our kids played so well in the second half, so incredibly well, that watching parents greeting kids after the game, it wasn't like they won the game, but there was so much pride. And that's what I feel like. I mean, the other thing is, I think it's been good for us to have 2 years of non-championship competition because every game's been just a game. There's not been some of the stress that's probably going to come with playoff stuff. So I think it's all been a really healthy thing. I think we're ready to get started with. If anybody's listening, they don't understand. We'll be classified in the next few weeks, couple months, I guess. Yeah. We've already turned in the numbers, so we'll be classified. We're probably going to be 3A. That's what our expectation is.
Yeah.
And so it'll be interesting because we'll be in the same region for all the sports with the same reason with most probably with Providence and HA. And that's we're going to have to learn how to have healthy competition with those schools.
Yeah.
We don't want to get sucked into only caring about 1 or 2 games a year.
Right.
Rivalries are good, but they can get unhealthy. I mean, you know that.
Yeah, absolutely. So school year is what, about 11 weeks now into this?
10 or 11.
Yeah, somewhere in there.
I was thinking about that while I was doing car line today. I was thinking about how many more days do I need to go out and direct traffic. So,
so how has the school year been going? I know you kind of had some dealt with the virus, I think, right at the beginning of school. I know that was not easy. So, but overall, how has everything gone with the new school year?
Unbelievable. I mean, we've had so little. I mean, viruses has virtually no impact, not like the flu has in some years at all. So, I was worried about teachers is what I was worried about, and we. I had it right before school started. I think I'm the last person on staff that's had it.
Had it, yeah.
But that's just been good. I guess the most pleasing thing is there's been an absence of fear on the campus. That's been there in the past.
Yeah.
That has not been there at all this year. There's
That's
just
good.
been a sense of we're ready to move on, and God's graciously protected. So.
Yeah. Well, that's good. I mean, I know that there was. I think the local schools, city, county went to mask mandates. I don't know if they're still doing that or not, but and really, I think, I think some of the preparations that we have done at Ridgecrest, being on staff there, is similar to what you guys have done. And I think the big thing was, sanitation, cleaning, making sure everything is staying clean.
Purifying the air is gigantic.
And that's probably something that a lot of the city schools, county schools can't do on a regular basis or consistently, and that's probably why the difference, the numbers there were higher. I think even percentages-wise they were higher than like at Northside. So I think that's a big thing, and I think, one of the things we found at Ridgecrest was it's just going to be with us for a little while. We might as well just not stop and just get used to doing those things.
That's right. And also, we have we've added some new staff this year, and we lost some people that it really hurt that they had to move on for one reason or another, and yet God's done what He does for Northside. He's raised up folks that embrace the vision of the school. Coach Green being one of them. Coach Gainey out here has had incredible impact. Coach Chappell, our new basketball coach, is also a Bible teacher, is having great impact. Coach Halupka, that's me coaching soccer. Moving your wife into elementary principal position. There's been just some really great changes, but some godly folks who have fit right into our culture and even built the culture. That's pretty unusual for new folks to come in and have that kind of impact.
And you all have also done a lot of, facility upgrades and some changes. So talk a little bit about those as you guys have continued to make the improvements. The school has kind of needed for a long time.
New asphalt, which that's kind of like buying new underwear. It doesn't seem like much, but it's a necessity.
Until it has holes in it.
Yes, and our asphalt had holes in it, Chuck. That's what people have said. They haven't noticed it visually as much as they've noticed going that their teeth aren't rattling when they come to Carline.
Yeah.
Renovating the gym. That's just huge impact. Coach Mordecai took that over and did a phenomenal job.
Yeah,
as I constantly reminded him, went just a little over budget, but
just a tiny.
That's been huge. Some technology stuff that we did has been big. And then of course the gates and fencing in the whole campus. I didn't realize aesthetically what impact that would make, but it really makes the campus look much better. And we've still got some things. We got a couple of roofs we need to work on. We want to replace windows. Our next thing, you'll like this. Our next thing is we're putting rubber matting down where the elementary kids do PE under the pavilion there. We just made that decision today, so we're going to move forward with some things. Again, graciously, I don't know how we're being able to do these things, but we are.
Yeah, well. It's great that you're able to do that. Do it while you can, especially, maybe before things really get out of hand and some of the pricing and some things.
And those things have been great. I will say this before as these guys gather for a kickoff. This team, we're 2-7, which is not real. That's not real impressive, to say the least. But as one of Bubba Ott, dad on the team, talked to the team while they ate today, and he gave a really good talk. And what he emphasized was that these guys, as far as a football team, are a phenomenal team. They fight together. They support each other. We got kids out of position. We got kids doing things that they could play other spots and do better things. We're outsized some, but they are. It has been a really, really good year for football in terms of impact on young men's lives. The seniors have really stepped up as leaders. There's just been a lot of good things. And you know this, when a football team has a great attitude and those guys are pulling together, it seems to pull the school along with them in terms of because we've had years the football team's gone south and it really turns into a very difficult fall.
Yeah, I definitely haven't. We've watched as this year has gone. Not only have they improved, but they have never given up. They've fought this entire all the way to the end, even if they're the scoreboard's really lopsided.
Yeah, and what I think is indicative, and I hope it is good for this game, is we have typically played better in the second half than we have in the first half, even when we've been down by 3 or 4 touchdowns.
Yeah. So, Bill, we appreciate the time. You are welcome to stay with us and just hang out and talk football. It's nice up here. Here's the kickoff. It's going to be a little squibber, a little on the ground. It's going to go out of bounds near the 45-yard line. I think he did get touched, but I don't see a flag. So that's the case.
I think the Ashford player did touch it.
They're talking about it. He's got the flag in his hand.
Somebody always has a flag in their hand.
Looks like he's going to put it. He's going to keep it. He's always going to keep it. So the ball will be out of bounds right there. Nope, they're going to mark it off 5 yards. Well, you never know. It
was an invisible flag that I never saw drop.
All I saw, it was just in his hands.
No, he's out. Now they're coming back.
Yeah, the White Hat's actually trying to figure out what they're doing there. Anyway, start of the second half here. Ashford leads 8-0. Good defense after that touchdown by Northside to keep the game close. And looks like they're going to keep it right there at the 44-yard line. Ashford takes over. They come out in a shotgun formation, 2 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Now man in motion, and it's a give up the middle. He gets hit, number 50,
Luke Moore.
Northside. Great hit, and immediately as he was given the ball, they're going to give him the 41, so he's going to lose 3.
Great penetration by Luke Moore there, Matt. And I was about to say it's important that we see the defense pick up where we left off in the first half. Get those linebackers playing downhill, come and stop the run. Ashford hadn't really shown us anything as far as the passing game. Not to say they won't, but let's stop what they've shown us and then worry about the other as it happens. So great start for the second half for the Knights.
The rain did stop at the start of halftime, and it still stopped so far. Here's the snap. Pitch to number 8, Walton, going around the outside. He gets hit, and he gets hit again, and he's going to get maybe a yard and a half on the carry. He brings up 3rd and long.
Great pursuit then, man. As you look at the linebackers on that play, they were not sucked in. They were playing close. They flowed down with the ball, waiting for our corners to turn it back in, which they did. Good sequence of plays there for the Knights to really start this second half off strong.
3rd down 11 for Ashford, opening drive of the second half. They come out, shotgun formation. It's like 2 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Here's the snap. Back to pass. He's looking, throws over the middle of the field. Has his man incomplete, went right through his hands.
He was wide open.
Man, that was fortunate. There was miscommunication there between Steinfeld, and I don't know if they were playing zone or man, but there was some miss there. He knows it now. Coach reminded it of him.
That was a touchdown, fellas.
Absolutely was. That was 6.
So 4th down 11. Expect the punt team for Ashford to come out. It's a good starting defensive stand for the Knights to start the second half. Keep the score to 1 possession and see if the adjustments they make at halftime on the offense get some points on the board. Might see more of a passing game now that the rain has stopped. Depends on what the field conditions are like. Here's a snap and the punt, and it's a short kick, maybe off the side of his foot, and it's going to go out of bounds. Looks like around the 35-yard line.
Yeah, he short-legged that. They played the stinky leg at halftime on song. That's about what that punt was right there.
All right. I don't know what that was.
Yeah. I kind of think that's about all he's got. I mean,
probably, yeah. Yeah, typically they don't like to punt or kick the ball, so that's probably right. Looks like they're going to give them the Northside at 38. So they'll take over right there, 1st and 10. 2 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Carter Stevens in the shotgun, looks over the defense. Now he's set. Here's the snap. Give is to Braylon Clemens up the middle. It's got some room to the 40. He makes a move to the inside to the 45, up to the 50. 1st down, Northside, as they still finally try to bring him down.
Wow, and it took a long time for that whistle to blow.
It sure
there.
did.
Wow. But, Matt, I was glad to see that. You mentioned the passing game. That will open up the pass, and I would love for us to maybe some quick slants because of the pressure they're bringing from their front 4. I would love to see something quick, right over the middle to the side and see if we can expose some of our size that we have against those defensive backs.
1st down, ball's at the Ashford 49-yard line. Here's the snap. Give up the middle to Clemens. He gets hit immediately and swung down. Kind of unnecessarily, in my opinion, lost 2 yards.
Yeah, that was like a National Peanut Festival ride there. He just really went on a spinner move.
5 tickets.
Yes, exactly. That was at least worth 5 tickets.
At least they gave him, in one of those spin moves on the 360, they gave him the 50-yard line. So moving up 2nd and 11 is what they'll call that. 2 wide receivers again to the right, 1 to the left. Shotgun formation. Here's the snap. Stevens gives to Clemens up the middle. He's got the 45. He puts his head down, falls forward near the 41, and he gets about 8 on that carry.
I tell you what, a great block there by the left side of the Knights. We did have pulling, tackling guard then. They really led the way there for Clemens to make some yardage. Love the design of that play and the execution of it.
3rd down and 2. That's a lot better than 3rd down and 12.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and that's Ira Tharp, Chuck. He's been the leader of the line all year long.
Here's the snap. And Stevens up the middle. It's keeper. He's got the 1st down and more to the 35. Puts his head down. Gets to the 30-yard line. 1st down, Northside.
Same type of play there, Bill and Matt. We pulled the line back this way, created a hole for Carter. And, Bill, we've mentioned through the year, Carter has developed a punisher type of mentality when he's running the ball.
Well, he's a converted outside linebacker, so he runs it like he's a linebacker, yep.
Here's the snap on 1st down. Give us to Clemens. Cuts up the middle. He gets to avoid the tackle to the 30, to the 25, down to the 21-yard line.
Here's that mountain that we hadn't climbed yet tonight, Matt. We get in and close. We got good rhythm. Maybe I'm too old to it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it right here. I know the field has shrunk some, and I know it's smaller, but we're getting great lead blocks by the tackling guard pulling to either side.
2nd down and 1.5 yards. 2 wide receivers to the left and 1 to the right. Stevens gives to Watkins up the middle. He's got some room. He's got the 1st down, and he's slung down past the 15-yard line, maybe to the 13.
Again, same thing. And, Bill, you said it's 51, but he's not on our roster. But that's Tharp.
No, 63, I think, is Ira.
Okay.
1st down for Northside. They keep the tempo going. Ball rested about the 15. Here's the snap. Give. Up the middle. Watkins puts his head down, gets back to the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard, and that's it.
Yeah, I believe he just misread the blocks there. Instead of flowing, be a little more patient, and going outside, he decided to plant and cut it up, and there just wasn't anything there.
And that's 2 sophomore running backs. They're still figuring out how to run the position.
Exactly.
Watkins still in the backfield. 2nd down and 9. Here's the snap, high snap. Give us to Watkins, up the middle, makes the move. He gets some room. His flags are down. He slips the tackle. He's into the end zone for a touchdown, but I believe it's going to be a holding. We'll wait for the flag, but I'm guessing it's going to come back.
That was a beautiful run, though.
It was. I would be curious to who they called the holding against, because it certainly was on the guy that kicked out. It had to be the interior back this side from where the flag came. That's unfortunate, Matt, because then you look, the hold's not necessary. What really freed him up for that run was the pulling guard to go out there to the side, and he didn't hold. At least I didn't see it. So it had to be on the interior.
So brings up 2nd down. We'll call it about 16. Chuck, I just had something that happened to me just now that hasn't happened in 6 years of college football.
What's that?
I'm standing here, and a spider decides to start spinning a web right in front of me. I gave it a karate chop, though.
Man, you need to pick up the pace, man.
Something. Yes. Man, here's a snap. 2nd down. And
we lost
it. It's going to go to the Yellow Jackets. They're going to recover it there. Just not a good handoff there. And after the bad penalty there, with the touchdown, we're going to give it back over to the Yellow Jackets.
A penalty and a high snap right there, Matt, is because that really put pressure, I think, on the offensive line. But they've got to do something they didn't have to do. And that, unfortunately, that so many times go to execution, and it really lacked right there.
All right, let's see if the defense can keep things going here. Trailing 8-0, Northside is.
Well, they had some problems with that 10.5-yard chain you were talking about, Matt.
Man, I'm telling you, that is the longest 10-yard chain I've seen in a while. Ball rests at the Ashford 24-yard line. 2 wide receivers to each side. This time, quarterback is under center with a fullback in the backfield. Snap, and it looks like a quarterback sneak. And he pushes forward and maybe gets 2-3 yards on that.
Remember last year's game, that's all they did was wedge up the middle. I had literally like 25 times.
That's exactly right.
And we couldn't stop it. So I'm not surprised they're trying that some.
Second down, I guess 6. We'll call it about a 4-yard gain there.
You know, when you got a 347-pound man and a 318-pound man you're running behind, that's a pretty sound strategy.
That's right. And that's they had about a 220-pound quarterback last year running the ball.
Shotgun formation this time. 2 wide receivers each side. Now man in motion. And the give up the middle.
Oh,
big
hole.
He's got a guy holding him. He's got the flags
There's
down.
a hold.
And I believe it's going to be definitely holding. Maybe number 72 was laying on Mr. Steinfeld. I don't think you can do that.
Well, you can as long as you got him down legally.
I don't think that happened.
I can tell you that Steinfeld came to the sidelines once and said they're holding me on every play.
I'm just glad he was able to get up because number 72 is a big guy.
Yeah, listen, when he leaves the room, it makes a difference. There's no doubt.
Second down now after the penalty and about 13 for Ashford. Ball rested about the 19.
That may be the break we need right there to get the ball back here quickly.
I think you're right, Bill. It's just they were really begin to kind of maybe want to throw a punch or two, not literally, but, just kind of punch it to us.
Shotgun formation, 2 wide receivers to each side, back to pass. He's looking down the field, throws deep down the sideline, looking for his man, and it's tipped, incomplete. Great job that time by Porter Williams, looks like, on the coverage.
I tell you what, Matt, when he has dropped back to throw it, he's shown an arm.
He is showing an arm.
Both times that he's thrown it long, he's dropped it out there pretty good. It's a good-looking throw.
He reminds me of the quarterback at New Brockton that we never really actually saw him do anything with except in film. They used to throw it in film all the time. They got Northside. They decided, we're going to change our offense and start running the ball.
It's also the second time he's thrown it deep that Porter's broken up the pass.
Yeah. So third down and 13, maybe third down and 12. I like 13 better. We'll call it that. 2 wide receivers to each side again for Ashford. See if the Knights can get off the field after the turnover. Whistles.
And we got some confusion on defense.
And we got flags down.
Got flags in the offensive backfield.
Oh, that'll work.
Was it a delay of game again, Matt?
Well, it wasn't thrown. It was thrown by the white hat, so I'm guessing
that's
it was
typical.
just.
He saw the clock.
Yep. So ball's now back at the 14. Third down and 17, we'll call it. And in motion, snap, give up the middle, slips a tackle going on the outside, and he's going to be finally brought down. He gets maybe up to the 17.
I tell you what, that was a great saving tackle by Jaden Watkins then because he had some area running.
He looked like he was going to go a long way.
Yeah, he was. Right. I thought he was about to get the first down on just an off-tackle run.
So big stop by the Knights defense makes it 4th and long. Jaden Watkins will step back deep.
Yeah, we should get this in great field position here.
I'm like you, Matt. You just want to make sure you field the ball cleanly. At this point, he's not going to kick it a long way, so just let it bounce if you're not sure.
Absolutely. Make sure they actually kick it. Here's the snap. It's a good snap. And a kick. Line drive kick. Looks like Watkins is going to have his chance at the 48. Makes a move. He's at the 45. Still dancing. He slips at the other tackle, gets tripped up. And he's going to have the ball down to about the 43-yard line.
So about a 25-yard return, netted 2 yards right there. He moved a lot right there, Matt.
He did. He kept hitting that X and that triangle button.
That circle button, he was just going everywhere.
So the Knights take over. Good field position. See if they can get a clean drive here and get in the end zone.
Keep doing what they were doing until they got to inside the 15. But I love the way our linemen are pulling and making holes.
5:07 to go, third quarter, 8-0 Ashford. Shotgun formation. Stevens, give to Clemens. Up the middle, slips a tackle, gets across the 40, falls forward to about the 38. Give him about a 4-yard gain.
And we'll take that every down. They're really doing a good job, Matt. Stunt-wise, the guys on the right side are blocking down. We're pulling, really creating some holes. And you look at the arms on the defenders for the Yellow Jackets, the linemen, especially the larger ones, they're trying to catch their breath.
And I understand why the snaps are high because you got 72 staring down at you on the center. Here's a snap. Another high snap and a pitch forward, and it's on the ground, but it's picked up.
It's an incomplete pass.
It's an incomplete pass. Looks like it was an underhand. It was an underhand forward pass. They're going to call it incomplete. And it looks like that was dodged a bullet there. Of course, if it would have been, if it had actually been a fumble, I think Carter Stevens might still be running.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, that's a play we've run that nearly every game. We tried a couple times, and once or twice it's busted something loose, but it tends to implode. It seems like.
Yeah, we're not running it as sharply tonight as we have in the past.
We're not running anything, honestly, Chuck, as sharply as we have sometimes.
Third
in the
down and
past.
7.
I don't know what that is.
Here's the snap, and the give is to Clemens again. He's up the middle, slipping the tackle, and he's across the 35 up to maybe the 33. Makes it a short
close enough.
down.
We'll go for it here, I think.
Absolutely.
So yeah, fourth down here. They're actually going to call it we'll call it a yard and a half. It's a short 2 yard and a half.
Yeah, I'd look for Carter to keep the ball here and run it kind of on that hybrid quarterback draw. Something quick that can outpace maybe the slow-moving lineman that the Yellow Jackets have.
So waiting for them to clear it to be snapped here. They finally do. The refs do.
I'd love to see a hard count here as well.
And they might do that too. Stevens in the gun, man in motion. Snap is high. Keeper up the middle. Stevens, he gets hit, and he's going to be short.
He did not get it.
He didn't get it.
It took too long to really develop there, Matt.
That high snap is just not giving him it's just messing up the timing.
It is. And you're looking to make a yard and a half step that you lose on a high snap is going to be huge.
So the Yellow Jackets will take over.
Give the Yellow Jackets credit. It's a bend, don't break defense, and they take advantage of maybe the miscues or mistakes that the Knights are making, but they're making plays when they have to. Gosh, Matt, I just can't get past. It feels like we're that close.
Yeah,
it does, Chuck.
To tie this ball game up.
Ball's at the 33-yard line of Ashford. They've got
we just
men moving
can't
all over
let
the place.
them break a big play.
Shotgun formation. Snap, back to pass. He's looking, throws deep.
Intercepted.
Sideline, incomplete. Overthrown everybody there.
He did. He had something working toward the middle. He just looked like he didn't throw the pass of the route the guy was running.
Yeah, Jalen Smith for Ashford, the intended receiver. He was upset about something.
Well, he felt it. He saw the guys in his peripheral, and he didn't see anyone in front of him.
Second down and 10 for the Yellow Jackets.
I'm good with them throwing the ball, to be honest.
I am too.
Yeah, they haven't completed it tonight, I don't think.
Because the handoff to number 8 off tackle is what frightens me, and I'm afraid that's what we're about to see.
I'm afraid he's going to break one, and now
they're going to call a timeout.
Play clock was running down again.
Timeout. Ashford will take one with them. 3:43 to go, third quarter. 8-0 Ashford. You're listening to Northside Knights football.
Scott Stevens Tire and Service is a proud supporter of Northside Athletics. For tires and auto repair, Scott Stevens specializes in outstanding customer service. ScottStevensTireandService.com 334-794-6969.
The Joy FM 94.3, 96.1 is grateful for Northside Methodist Academy, training young champions for Christ and molding the decision makers of tomorrow. We pray God's blessing and protection over all the students, staff, and leadership from all of us at the Joy FM.
Ozark's oldest restaurant, El Palacio. Famous for Mexican steak fingers and a salsa taste that lingers. El Palacio,
It can be.
This is Northside's brand of football. Go Knights, go!
Welcome back to Ashford High School. 3:43 to go, third quarter. 8-0. Ashford leads. They have the ball second down and 10 after the timeout.
Before they took that timeout, Matt, you just feel like they're going to go back to the bread and butter and start running off tackle, looking for that jet sweep and see if they can't sustain something here.
Snap, keeper. The quarterback coming around the near side. He's trying to get the corner, and he's going to get hit, leveled, and we got flags down. I think going to be holding.
It's got to be holding by number 17. That was not a targeting. He didn't leave with the crown or anything. That had to be a hold.
So ball got Got up to near the 40-yard line there. It is holding on Ashford, so that'll back them up, wipe out that play.
Yeah, that's been one of our best plays tonight. You give them a chance, they're going to try to hold someone, and really don't do a very good job of disguising it.
We lost Bill, but we appreciate him hanging out with us for a little while.
Yeah, I guess he had to do more head of school things.
Yeah, probably so. See if we can help motivate the guys down there on the field. See if we can get some.
I think what happened, Matt, is that we were giving such good insight. He has made his way back down to the sideline. He's sharing what we were thinking.
That could be it. Ball's resting at the 30-yard line. It's second down, and we'll call it 13 for Ashford.
I haven't done it yet, but we're going from right to left on your YouTube dial.
Have to do at least one more time, right?
Yep.
Shotgun formation, 5 wide receivers. Now man in motion. Here's the snap. And we got movement.
Yeah.
And we're going to be backed up another 5 yards there for Ashford.
Yeah, 56 for us jump, but he did not get anywhere near the neutral zone because he was lined up so far off the line of scrimmage. So great strategy there by the Knights. Give that young man credit. That was Graves. I know it's not Steffi. What? Gage Graves.
Second down, and we'll call it 17.
And a half.
Ashford. They come out again. 5 wide receivers, 3 to the left, 3 to the right, 2 to the left. Now man in motion to the far side, and now we got whistles again. I see flags, but it is offsides this time on Northside.
Oh, gee willikers.
I don't know what is the deal here. So we'll go back up 5 yards. Second down and 13.
I've never endorsed a coach throwing a headset, but I can see why they would do it right there.
Yeah.
You have them backed up bad, and then you line up offside.
All right. Man, what are those lights over there, way over there by the ambulance? They're bright.
Hey, I don't.
Pointing our way.
Yeah.
Here's the snap. Give number 8 up the middle. He's got a hole, and he's going to get hit. He's still on his feet. He falls forward. He's got the first down still going.
It's going to come back. It's another hold back there.
Another hold.
I saw a white jersey being stretched like a piece of elastic.
Explains why that number 50 on his jersey is all weird looking.
Yes. The 0 looks more like a octangle.
So
yeah, we need to get in touch with the driver of said vehicle over there.
Man. Yeah, that's distracting for sure.
It is.
So second down and I don't know, 18.
It's back to flirting with 20.
Yeah. See if we can get the defense to. We were worried about 8 trying to break one, and he just about did that time.
He did.
But he did have some help apparently with his offensive line illegally. Back to pass. Looking, throws deep down the near sideline, has his man, incomplete. Had number 3 again, and went in and through his hands.
God.
Right through him.
He is sure to stay healthy because he cannot catch a cold right now. I mean, golly.
I mean, wow.
That was on the dime, too. I think he was not in the quarterback's ear, but he was talking to the quarterback, said, why did you miss me last time?
Oh, that little boy down there for Ashford, the ball boy.
Yeah,
he just caught a pass from 30 yards down the field.
Just put a suit on him.
I know. Put him out there. He can catch.
That ball was on a dime. The Yellow Jackets got through.
All right, third down and long for Ashford to see if the Knights can get off the field again. On defense, done a great job. Here's a snap. Back to pass. Rolling to the far side, throws. Incomplete. In and out of his hands again. Balls are just going straight through these guys' hands.
They are. I mean, I know he's putting some mustard on them, but my goodness. And listen, the ball may be a little slick. But if Junior can catch a 30-yard pass just like he did a minute ago.
I mean, aren't you taught, like, to put your thumbs and your index fingers together? They're not doing that.
No,
So fourth and long. And punting team again. Watkins got a opportunity to return one last time. Did a lot of dancing. Didn't get much yards out of it. Let's see if he can.
Yeah, I want him to sneak in a little bit closer. He may be a little deep right there.
Maybe a little deep, yeah. He did kickoff return for a touchdown last week against Rehobeth. Here's the snap. And the kick is going to take a bounce, Northside bounce backwards, and it's finally going to be falling on at the 46-yard line of Ashford.
I'm going to keep saying this, Matt. We're close. I mean,
we're close.
We are close to doing it.
Still a lot of time to go. Down 8-0. But you're right. We've had a touchdown called back on a penalty. But every time we've gotten close, we've had something crazy happen, either a fumble, penalty, something. But we have had the ball in plus territory, it seems like, most of the night.
There's some kind of a Klingon shield down there we can't see.
Yeah.
And when we get down inside the 20.
First down. Here's the snap. Keeper, Stevens up the middle, puts his head down, gets across the 45, and not much more. May have got a yard.
F that. I mean, I thought it was going to really develop because it was a good snap. The timing was good, but Ashford just had great penetration then.
So second down and 9 for the Knights.
I'd like to see us go back to the that off tackle behind the pulling guard and see what that could do for us again.
Here's the snap. Give it to Clemens. He gets hit and dropped. Lost 3-4 yards maybe.
Yeah, it was just a total miss. He came in off the left side. The pulling left guard didn't even have time to even touch him because it wasn't his assignment. And, they blew that play up in a hurry.
Didn't lose as much as I thought. He's actually about third down and 10.5. Technically, it's probably 11 based off of those 10.5-yard sticks.
Yeah.
Third down. Here's the snap. Rolling to the near side, looking down the field, throws, has his man. It's caught, and he's going to be just short of the first down. Looks like Colin Blackwell with the reception.
Positive play, good throw, good catch. Brings it to fourth, and what is manageable. Listen, you hit that play again. I don't know if Ashford's made an adjustment to some of our run game here late in the third quarter, but again, 1 yard away from continuing this drive.
4th and 1. Empty backfield, snap. Carter Stevens coming around the near side. He's going to have the first down, puts his head down, still on his feet, and finally dropped, but he will have the first down.
He will, Matt. Man, he likes a spin move, but golly, he puts his body in the way of a big hit right there.
Yeah. Interesting formation for the Knights that time. They had 5 wide receivers. They had trips near the line in a triangle formation, and then they had a split out in either side. It was an interesting formation.
It was. I don't know if we've seen that quite this year.
First down. Here's the snap. Give us to Clemens. He slips the tackle.
Great job.
Still
right
up the middle. Gets across the 30 up to about the 27-yard line.
He did. He slipped that tackle well. He followed his lead block. That's been our bread and butter here the whole third quarter, Matt, is that pulling guard coming in there and hitting it, and the running back coming behind it, planting his foot. It's worked out well for us. 2nd and 5, maybe a long 4?
It's going to be the last play, I believe, unless they snap it here. But we've got less than 6 seconds to go in the third quarter. Here's a snap. Gets it off just in time. He throws it down the field. He's got Helder. He's incomplete. He had it in his hand.
He did.
That was Clemens. He had it in his hands. It was a great job. It was the same formation they did when they ran it on 4th down, but it's incomplete. Third down, and that's the end of the third quarter. And we'll take a break. You're listening to Northside Knights Football.
Northside Athletics would like to thank Mike Miller of Country Financial for their generous support. Mike Miller is a Country Financial representative providing insurance and financial services for the communities in and around Dothan. The number is 334-828-8280.
Scott Stevens Tire and Service is a proud supporter of Northside Athletics. For tires and auto repair, Scott Stevens specializes in outstanding customer service. ScottStevensTireandService.com, 334-794-6969.
It can be difficult to choose your Medicare plan. At no cost to you, the Healthcare Resource Center can help you choose from all available Medicare plans to find the one that best fits your individual needs. We not only help you pick a plan, but we also help you use your plan by pairing you with a local agent you can actually talk to. Northside Football thanks Healthcare Resource Center. Free help for people on Medicare.
Hey, this is Coach Toby Green, and you're listening to Northside Knights football. Go Knights, go!
Welcome back to Ashford. Start of the fourth quarter here. Knights trail 8-0, and they have 3rd down and 5, maybe 4. Shotgun formation. Stevens has the snap. Give to Clemens up the middle. He's got some room. He's got the 1st down and more. He could be gone. He's to the 5. End zone. Touchdown, Northside.
And no flags, Matt, and that was a outstanding play. Ashford hadn't seen that all night. We've run it a few times. It's that delayed, like a really definite draw, but they spread the entire field. He had the middle of the run through. Outstanding call by the Northside Knights.
Expect them to go for 2 here to try to tie it up. They've got Quintero split out far to the left here. Ashford finally sees him and covers him up. Looks like we got some confusion on what formation, what personnel is supposed to be out on the field.
Yeah,
and we may have to call a timeout if they don't get the guys out there. 10 seconds on the play clock.
He's going to have to really hurry.
Here's the snap. Rolling, throwing, into the end zone, intercepted. They better stop him or it's going to be 2 points. Nope, they're going to whistle it dead. Guess they can't return it in high school?
Yeah, I guess in high school they can't return it. It's a failed attempt.
All right, so with 11:52 to go, Knights now trail 8-6. You're listening to Northside Knights football.
Mike Schmidt's Automotive Group proudly supports Northside Athletics. They take pride in their inventory of quality used cars, trucks, and SUVs, as well as their helpful and professional sales staff. MikeSchmidt'sAutomotiveGroup.com.
The Joy FM 94.3, 96.1 is grateful for Northside Methodist Academy, training young champions for Christ and molding the decision makers of tomorrow. We pray God's blessing and protection over all the students, staff, and leadership from all of us at the Joy FM. This is Northside Knights football.
Welcome back to Ashford, fourth quarter, just starting. 11:52 to go. Knights now trail 8-6. Here's the kickoff. Fitz Carter has the ball teed up at the 40. Only one man back deep for Ashford. Here's the kick. It's a low kick, and it's going to be picked up at the 30-yard line. He's going around the outside. Oh, he gets hit by Seinfeld. Wow.
Outstanding.
And that's going to mark that ball at the 34-yard line. The Knights defense has been great since the first.
And Matt, that young man is slow to get up. Yep.
He is. He's hopping off the field. That's impressive right there.
That is.
Hopefully he'll be okay and it's just a twist or something. So Ashford has the ball. They lead only by 2 now.
That has to give the Knights really an injection of fresh energy there, Matt. It just seemed like we could not. Now that we know we can, let's see if this defense can step up again and stop the Ashford run.
After this play, we'll go down to Tristin and see what the mood on the sideline is. And she's down there among all the guys. First down for Ashford. Shotgun formation. It's actually a Wildcat. Number 3's got it. He's going around the outside. He gets hit, and he drops. Hey, Tristin, what's the mood now after the touchdown from Northside?
Everyone on the field is up. The cheerleaders are doing their job. They're cheering really hard for their team. The team is up. They're excited. They're back on defense. They're cheering on their teammates on the sideline, and defense is doing their job.
Yeah, there's definitely some energy now down there on the sideline. That's a little bit more pep down there than we had throughout the game.
Just don't get lazy here. Looks like they're really setting up power run. Just make sure you're tackling well.
Wildcat again coming around the near side, looking for a block, trying to get the corner, and he gets hit, and he's going to be – he's still on his feet, but he gets knocked out of bounds. May have gotten – wow, that gave him a lot of yards on that. Wow, that was a great spot.
I didn't realize the field was that wide.
I didn't either. But they're going to spot it at the 41-yard line. Yeah, Coach Green's saying he was out of bounds like 3 yards behind that. But anyways, third down and about 3.5 for the Ashford.
Well, he did it. He gave him another 3 yards.
Yeah, he did.
I'm not saying he's for Ashford. He just didn't see it clearly.
Just didn't see the guy going out of bounds there. 6 on the play clock. They come out in the shot in the wishbone again, not wishbone, in the power Wildcat, and they call a timeout because they were running out of time. That's a throwback.
It was. It was a throwback. It's some type of bone, but it's not the wishbone. I would say.
I don't know.
That's more like the wing and the thigh.
Yeah. So we haven't been able to talk much baseball tonight, Chuck. Both our teams are in the World Series playing each other.
Yes.
And it's all tied up at 1 as the scene changes to Atlanta tomorrow. Tell me how you're feeling. I know it's probably going to say pitching is going to be a concern. But, I mean,
that's the understatement.
It was a concern for Houston going in because we lost our number 1 guy. And there's inconsistency on the starting pitching staff. But, you'll get like Farmer Valdez comes in game 1, looks like he did, couldn't find the strike zone. And then the next game, Urquidy comes in and he's lights out. So
the Braves have done it all year. I tell you what, the club has done well as far as like managing all the curveballs, forget the pun that's been thrown to them, as we get back to football.
3rd down and 3, Wildcat this time with 4 running backs. See if the Knights
two of those are linemen.
That's right. Here's the snap, goes around the up, and he's got the first down, but he's dropped at the 45. He didn't get much past the first down, but it keeps the sticks moving.
But I think that's their goal now, is to really run this clock, and it stopped for some reason. There it is. It's going. But in that power set, those two backs that are there, they're both linemen. So we really going to attack that run from our linebacker position to really slow down this drive.
A lot of time left still in this game with 10:29 to go. First down for Ashford, Wildcat again.
I think they're going to run to the right.
Here's a snap, and you're right, coming to the near sideline. He gets it up the middle, and he's down the sideline. He's tiptoeing, and he should have the first down, I would guess, unless he saw him step out of bounds earlier, which I doubt.
No,
So it looks like it's going to be first down for Ashford.
I think so, Matt. It looked like he stepped out of bounds, but like I said, he can see the line more clearly than I can.
That's tough to defend when you've got 3 blockers in front of you.
And listen, they're running it hard too, and going behind some heavyweights on the line, and then coming back with the that power set. And here it is again, stacked to the right.
Here's the Wildcat again on first down. Here's the snap. And going to give it to number 8 this time, going around the outside. He's trying to get the corner, and he's got it. 40, 30, down the sideline, puts his head down, and took a shoulder, and he's knocked out of bounds near the 25.
They did something different out of that set that time, Matt. They took everybody in motion at the snap, and it was a true power sweep. They had 3 guys leading. We hadn't seen that play. So much like the one we scored on that we hadn't seen. Ashford did the same thing there for a big gain.
Well, 1st and 10 for Ashford at the Northside 22. Come out of that Wildcat again. Snap. Bad snap. He gets it. It's going around the outside, puts his head down, and gets tripped up. May have got a yard.
Great pursuit that time by the interior line of the Knights. That's how you really combat the pulling guard and really those 2 H-backs. But you notice they're swapping big number 72. They'll line him up at right tackle, then line him up at left tackle.
Yeah.
And that's where they're running each time.
2nd down and 9.
And he's back over here to the right side now. I'm assuming he's lining up as a tight end. Yep.
Wildcat, here's a snap. He gives number 8 coming around the near side. Oh, he gets hit. He's dropped back for a loss. Steinfeld in the backfield.
Steinfeld coming up big defensively for the Knights. Outstanding play then. Open field tackle. He got a hand shoved in his throat and still made the tackle.
Boy, that was close to a face mask on the offense.
Yeah, you won't see that called much, but you're exactly right.
So 3rd down and about 14 for Ashford.
Man, I don't know what, something smells good, Matt. Like an elephant ear or some
Really?
type of funnel cake. Oh, my goodness.
Wish I could smell it. All right, Wildcat again. No. More of a quarterback under center, back to pass. Throws, has his man. He catches it this time, and he's going to be dropped at the 20. and he gets maybe 3 or 4 yards. It's going to be 4th and long.
Yeah, 4th and maybe 8, or gosh, they keep moving it.
They sure do. Yeah, it's like 8, maybe 7. So definitely we'll go for it here. We know they don't have a kicking game, so they won't do that.
Big play for the Knights defense. That goes without saying here.
Yeah.
4th and relatively long.
Chance to get off the defense off the field.
Yeah, make sure you tackle well, tackle well, tackle well.
Knights fans making some noise for the defense. They're back in that Wildcat this time. This time number 8's going to take the pass. He's bobbles it. He's going around the outside. He's going to be hit. He didn't get it.
Outstanding play there by the Knights, and you get times like that where it's a little bad snap, great penetration. I tell you what, a momentum builder there, Matt.
Coach Gainey pumped up after that for his defense, playing against his old high school.
Oh, is that right?
He graduated from Ashford, I believe. If that's that right, Trevor? Isn't that what we heard? Yeah. He coached here, coached there, here and there. All right. Knights down by 2. Shotgun formation. Give is to Clemens. He's trying to find a hole. Doesn't get much. Maybe a yard. 7:44 to go. 8-6. Ashford.
Yeah, we've got to get in front of the change here, Matt. This 2nd and long, 3rd and long is not going to win the ball game here. I know it's really duh, Sherlock, but we've got to get some good plays on first down.
Got to get some yards, that's for sure. 2 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Back to pass. He's looking, throws. It's a slant pass. He threw it a little bit low. Had Quintero, could have had it.
Yeah, he had something working there, no doubt, man. That's what we really called for from the booth earlier, is get that slant play that quick to negate the rush that the Yellow Jackets have. So we find ourselves here 3rd and 9. Not impossible, but certainly not ideal either.
Yeah, you hate that after you get a big stop on defense to keep Ashford out of the end zone and have a chance to take the lead. And now it's 3rd and long. 2 wide receivers to each side. And he's going to throw it over the middle. This guy's man, Watkins. He's got it at the 35. Spin move and brought down. First down, Northside.
Another play we hadn't seen tonight, Matt, and I'm not sure we've seen that in the last 4 weeks, where Carter Stephen fakes that quarterback keeper, takes a step back and hits right over the middle.
Looked like a little bit like Derrick Henry last week. You see that play?
I did not.
Yeah, he Wildcat grabbed it, started running up the middle, stopped, threw it, touchdown.
He's a great player.
He's
Built
awesome.
by Bama.
Back to pass is Stevens on first down. Looking, throws, has his man, and he's incomplete, it looks like.
No, he
caught it. He
Yep.
caught it. Maybe looks like it was going to be a gain of about 5 or 6.
Could be 4. The sideline is measured differently on that side than this side.
I guess so. I don't know. All right. So 2nd down. Ball's at the 41 of Northside. 6:52 to go in the ball game. Knights trail by 2. 2 wide receivers to each side. Stevens in the gun. Oh, he's got movement, and again we moved. Oh, Blackwell moved again.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, Ashford moved, but Blackwell moved, and they're going to throw that on offense every time.
Oh, absolutely.
So Blackwell's going to get some coaching on the sideline here.
Well, he's running as far away from the coaches as he can get.
He definitely is. 2nd down now and 11. After the penalty, 2 wide receivers to each side again. Here's the snap. Stevens back to pass.
Blitz.
Now he's rolling to the near side. Now he throws over the middle. Intercepted. Ashford's got it at the 40. He's turning around and going to be tackled at the 30-yard line. Wow, threw it right into the middle of the defense.
He did, Matt. Just went to the well a bit too much right there. Tried to make something happen that wasn't there. My goodness, now we put the defense back in up against the wall here. And they need to rise to the occasion, Matt, for us to try to pull out this victory in the last 6.5 minutes.
That's for sure. Still time on the clock here. Defense needs to get a stop. We know they're not going to be a threat to kick the ball for a field goal, so just keep them out of the end zone.
Keep them out of the end zone. You try to keep them away from making a first down here to protect the clock of what little is still there.
Wildcat again. Here's the snap. Number 3 going around the outside. Now he's under pursuit. Steinfeld dropped him there for a loss.
I tell you what, this young man is good. He's making a ball player, Matt. I'm excited right now about watching him play next year.
That is his 10th tackle of the night.
Wow. And listen, they've been big.
They've been big.
That's just not an interior, but he's chased somebody down. He's like he's been shot out of a cannon.
I don't know how, but they gave him a yard carry on that.
It's also this is the first time Steinfeld's ever even played football.
That's true. Wildcat again, 2nd down and 9. And the give is number 8, coming around the near side. He slips a tackle. He gets dropped, and he lost a yard there,
Yeah,
I'm for sure.
Yeah, there's no way he can gain yards on that one. No way.
And so they actually do drop it back this time. I just don't know how. I mean, I know he was over there on the far side, but, man, I just didn't see how in the world that guy gained anything on that first play. So 3rd down and 11.
Another big play here for the Knights defense. I tell you what, they have played a heck of a ball game in the second half.
They really have. Well, really, even since the first touchdown,
the
first drive of the game for Ashford, they have just shut them down.
Look for that heavy left side right here, Matt.
Quarterback under center. And a give up the middle, puts his head down, and he gets across the 30 up to about the 28. That'll bring you up 4th and 8.
No doubt they'll go for it here. You don't know where they're going to run. They hadn't thrown the ball much, but it just wouldn't shock me if they try to dump a screen right here. They haven't run one all night.
That's true.
We're really stacking the box, coming hard.
You got to figure they've got that in their playbook. Everybody should. That's a good play.
I tell you what, if I was an offensive player right here, that's what I would call.
Knights fans making some noise. Good crowd here in Ashford. Quarterback under center. It's a snap. Back to pass. He's rolling, throws, and it's incomplete. Threw it behind the intended receiver. The Knights will take over.
Excellent play by the defense again. They have risen to the occasion, no doubt here, Matt. And you got it right. It just hadn't been the second half, but then, except for that first drive, they have come up large.
So this is the drive here for the Northside Knights. 4:34 to go.
You got to get it here.
And this is where they're going to have to get the points and see if they can seal this win. Hope you're glad you joined us. For those who are listening, make sure you let everybody know we got a great ball game here. Send them the link. Let them tune in. Shotgun formation, 2 wide receivers to each side for Carter Stevens. Now man in motion. And keeper, Stevens, got a blocker, goes up the middle. He's got some room. He gets across the 35, falls forward near the first down marker. Now, I think he's going to have it.
Yeah, he's calling 2nd down, Matt, so it's going to be 2nd and less than 1.
Oh, that's like, come on.
How do you not measure that?
That's not even an inch down there.
How do you not measure that?
I don't know. Wow. Shotgun formation, empty backfield for Carter Stevens on 2nd and a millimeter. Here's the snap, and the give is to Watkins, going around the outside, looking for a hole, puts his head down, falls forward, gets the first down at the 40-yard line.
Go back to that play before I would just say, if I was Coach Green, I would say, I want to measure it. Measure it. You just call for it. I mean, he has that right. Call for a measurement.
So it's first down, even though the yard marker hadn't been changed yet. There he goes. He got it to first down. He had 4th down for some reason. Somehow we went from 2nd to 4th. I guess he flipped it the wrong way.
Yeah.
First down. 3 wide receivers this time on the right, 1 to the left for the Knights. Here's a snap, and he's going to keep it. Stevens up the middle. He's got some room to the 45, and he's going to be dropped near the 50-yard line right at the first down marker.
Tell you what, the tackle pushed him another 3 yards, so they're really still throwing some licks there, and he called that a first down.
He called that a first down, even though the ball is at the 49, and okay, we'll take that. I'm not going to argue. I don't know. Wow. Okay. First down Knights somehow. 3 wide receivers to the left and 1 to the right. Here's the snap. And the give is to Clemens coming around the near side. He's got the 45. He's got the sideline to the 40. Tiptoes down the sideline, and he's going to be dropped out of bounds. First down Northside.
Got a hold, Matt.
Oh, no. Flag at the 46. Holding on Northside. Man.
Wow, I didn't see it.
I didn't either. I wasn't looking for a hold. I was watching the ball carrier. All right. That's good. I like that. That's a way to be on the fly.
They're cheering for everyone.
That's right. So now the ball is going to be placed at the 46-yard line of Northside. I'll make it 1st and 14, I guess. I don't know.
It's important to keep your momentum here. Don't let that one call. That's what Coach Green did a great job there, Matt. Everybody saw him. He wasn't pitching a fit. He wasn't complaining. He was getting the players to keep them focused.
2 wide receivers to each side. First down. Carter Stevens has the ball, running it up the middle, puts his head down, falls forward, and gets to the 50-yard line, and he's going to make it 2nd and 9.
I like the play call there. You know, Carter's almost on a roll right there. He kind of feels it. He's got some pep in his step. Keeping the ball out of the air.
2:34 to go in the ball game. Ball's at the 50-yard line. 2 wide receivers to each side again. Stevens looks over the defense. Now he's set. Here's the snap. Keeper. Now he throws it over the middle. Has his man. Watkins incomplete. Just a little bit short. He needed to put a little bit more mustard on that pass.
Yeah, and our guys, they must know they're going to get hit. Same thing happened to, I think it wasn't Kane Helder down here on the other side, was it, Matt? But as soon as that ball touches your hands, you have to just absolutely claim it as yours.
Yeah.
Bring it to your body. That's got to be more aggressive.
3rd down and 9. Big play for the Knights. Here's the snap. Back to pass is Stevens. Looking, throws, got hit in the face. His helmet comes off. It's intercepted. No, incomplete. And I can't believe they're not throwing a flag on that play because the defensive player for Ashford hit his helmet and knocked it off.
Wow.
And so he's going to have to come off the field, I believe, because they didn't call a penalty on that. Northside's going to take a timeout. It's 4th down and 9. 2:14 to go. Wow.
Yeah, that's an incredible no call.
Yeah, and Coach Green is trying to get an explanation from the White Hat, and he's not happy with it because that, to me, we can see that a mile away.
Yeah, that's hard to understand. Well, Matt, you have to regroup, and it's 4th and long. You go into your playbook. He's not going to change his mind.
No, he's not.
So you can't spend energy there. You got to spend energy thinking the play that's going to get you 10 yards to keep this drive going.
And it's going to have to be without Carter Stevens.
Yep.
On this play, anyway.
Well, no, if they call timeout, is he allowed to come back in?
Yeah, I guess that is the good question. Stevens, did he call timeout and get back on the play now? According to our statistician, he says he's got to come out one play.
So that does handicap us there, Matt, for sure.
Yeah, it really does. Expect Watkins to come in as quarterback. He can throw the ball. We saw it last week. But he's going to have to make a perfect throw wherever he is. Maybe they can do something. This might be where I would do that reverse. Not in the first half, but right here to throw off that heavy pursuit to one side of the Ashford line.
Not a bad call.
Watkins in at quarterback, 4th down. Back to pass. He's looking down the field, throws, has his man caught at the 40-yard line, but I think he's going to be short. Let's see where they mark it. I think they gave it to him.
I think he got it, Matt.
They gave him the 1st down. What a play.
Wow. Guy comes in off, not playing quarterback the entire night, throws a dime, keeps the drive going.
That might be the play of the game right there,
I think you're right. I think you're exactly right, Matt.
2 minutes to go. 1st down. Knights at the 40-yard line of Ashford. Stevens back in the quarterback spot. Here's the snap. Back to pass, rolling. Now he stops. Throws back the other way, looking down the field. Incomplete. And did not get a flag for interference that time.
Wow, he was hit. Before the ball got there.
Coach Green was down there letting him know about it too. They're not throwing flags for anything right now.
Nope, they're letting them play for sure.
1:51 to go, 2nd down and 10. Knights trail by 2. Ball's at the 40-yard line. We do have a kicker. Fitz Carter can kick a ball. We've seen him kick it probably comfortably about 30, 35 yards if we needed to win the game. I'd rather get the touchdown.
I would too, Matt. Absolutely.
Here's a snap. Stevens rolling out to the far side. He's going to keep it. He's got the 40, 35. He's got flags down again, and it looks like he's got it way down the field, but it looks like 2 flags are on the field.
Got a chop block.
Now they throw flags. So they're going to try to sort this out and figure out. I don't know if it's I think it's going to be 2 different flags.
I got a hold on the side over there, I'm guessing, then a chop block here in the middle.
It is a hold and a chop block. So I guess they've got to. I guess they get one of those, right?
Yeah, they'll choose the chop block.
That's probably a 15-yarder.
Yeah, and it comes from the line of scrimmage.
So they're going to march this ball back to the north side 42-yard line. They need the Ashford 30 for a first down. Wow.
Well, that's a turn of events there, Matt. You see one of our guys' helmets come off and nothing's called, and you see the guy bumped for sure for a pass interference not called.
All right, so here we go. Got to regroup. 2nd and long. Got 3 plays to get the first down. Shotgun formation. Back to pass is Stevens.
Got a blitz.
Throws. Has his man. Caught. Blackwell. He's at the 50. Makes a move. He spins. He's still on his feet. Pushing forward to the 48-yard line of Ashford. And that'll bring up 3rd down, but he got some of the yards back.
You do. You get about close to 10 yards, 12 yards on that play.
They've got to move. It's 1:20 to go. Clock is moving. He did not get out of bounds, apparently. Ball sits at the 49-yard line of Ashford.
1 timeout left for the Knights.
They need 19 yards. They can get it in 2 plays if they need to. Trips to the right, 1 wide receiver to the left. Snap, back to pass is Stevens. Another blitz, throws, has his man Clements. He's got it to 40. He's got the 35 to 30. He makes a move. He's still on his feet. He's got the first down into the 25-yard line.
Another flag, Matt.
No way. Wow.
We haven't been penalized this much all night long.
Wow. Just wow. The flag is sitting at the 45-yard line of Ashford, so I'm guessing it'll be a 10-yard mark off, and they'll move it back to the 45-yard line of Northside. Knights fans not happy, for sure. Unbelievable. Well, they didn't mark it off 10 yards. I don't know what their math is. So, ball's at the Northside 47. Still got 2 plays here, 2 downs to get the first down. That was a great play. I say we go back to that again.
Yeah, it worked. It worked well.
Tell the Knights players frustrated. Now they wind the clock, and now it's running. Under 38 seconds to go. We got to get moving here. Here's the snap. Back to pass is Stevens. Looking, throws over the middle of the field, incomplete. So 4th down for Northside, and they're going to have a big play here. Yeah, I don't know why the refs wound the clock after that penalty, but they did, and they started running. And the coaches up here next to us are trying to figure out what happened there. 24 seconds to go. Could be the last play of the game if the Knights can't get a first down here. They got a long ways to go. Back to pass is Stevens. Rolling to the far side. Looking. Now throws deep. Down the far sideline. He's got some men. He's got it. He caught it inside the 5-yard line. 15 seconds to go, and there are no flags.
No flags.
Wow, what a miracle.
That was Doug Flutie-like right there, Matt.
Was that Colin Blackwell with the catch? No, that was Quintero.
Wow. Unbelievable.
Man, I almost want to call a timeout there to catch a breath. And I think that's exactly what he's going to do. Great job by Coach Green there to call a timeout. The ball is at the 2-yard line. So he's got some options here with 15 seconds to go. He could run a play here. I don't know how many timeouts he's got.
If he's got it, it's one.
How many more? Mark Kinney thinks we've got one more timeout, so we could run a play here and call a timeout if we need to. And none. All right. Confirmed up here, but the coaching staff, no more timeouts.
Yeah, no timeouts. That's what I thought.
So 15 seconds to go. No timeouts. I would think this is a rollout, throw down, throw into the end zone.
You got to roll it out, and if it's there, run it in. If not, throw it out of bounds into the ground, something.
Just don't get tackled before you get to the goal line.
Got to stay away from the sack. You watch for the blitz here. You watch for that big line. But I'm like you, Matt. You've got to have some kind of rollout here.
All right. First and goal, Northside.
You give Carter Stevens the option. No, they're saying one timeout, Matt.
They're showing one timeout. Okay. That's good. Hopefully we won't need it. But they did confirm one timeout. Knights, 2 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Stevens in the gun.
And now timeout by Ashford.
It's like timeout Ashford.
They wanted to see what we came out in.
Yep, that's exactly right. Woo!
Wow.
Way to finish the season, guys.
Last game of the year is worth the money we paid to get in here.
As they said in the famous movie The Waterboy, they didn't hold anything back.
No, it did not.
What? You didn't like that? Mark Kinney's shaking his head at me.
I thought it was a great line.
I thought it was appropriate.
Listen, and who would have thought it was 4th and 25?
Something. It had to be. Well, let's see. The ball was what? Right here at the 47?
Yeah.
So yeah, it was 20, yeah, it was 20, 23, 25. And it was a Hail Mary down the field, and there were 3 receivers, and they were all behind the defenders. I don't know what Ashford defenders were doing. But that ball just kept kind of floating on them.
It did.
All right. The Ashford band is getting ready to perform.
They're charging the field
after the end of the game, I guess. They didn't do a halftime performance, but I guess they're getting ready for after. Maybe that's what Rehobeth did last week.
Maybe so.
All right, here we go. First and goal, Northside. 2 wide receivers to the left. There's none to the right this time. Stevens in the gun. Here's a snap. Keeper up the middle. Puts his head down. And he's going to be.
You got to call a timeout, Matt.
They're going to have to call a timeout. They're calling him short, even though Northside seems to think they've got it. Why do they keep running the clock? So timeout Northside with 7.5 seconds to go. I can't tell where that ball is, guys. Is that 1 yard line is what Mark Kinney is telling us. Boy, he was close, guys. I guess that's the right call. That's probably what I would have done, too, with a timeout. Without a timeout, I wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
So what do they do here? I think you go for the touchdown. I don't think you want to put it in the hands of your kicker. Not that he couldn't do it, but we've had so many issues with just defending the line.
Wet ball, that big line against them.
Yeah.
You got to go with what got you there.
It's second and goal. I would say you got to roll out and go for a pass unless and give him the option to throw it away.
Exactly.
And get another chance at it.
Exactly. What's the down? Is it second down?
Second and goal.
You roll out. It's plenty of time. 7.5 seconds. You roll out. You give Carter more than one option here.
Knights trail by 2 points. 7.5 seconds to go in the ball game. They have the ball at the 1. Second down. 2 wide receivers to the left. Same formation as last time. And we're just standing here having a conversation with each other at the line.
Well, the white hat is trying to figure something out down there.
I don't know what the story is. I don't know if they're trying to get the clock to go up a few seconds because it started
back after the whistle was blown.
Yep. And would have called a timeout if they did not call a touchdown. So we're still just standing there looking at the clock. I'm guessing that's what there we go. They got it to 9 seconds.
Got a second and a half put back on the clock.
All right. 9 seconds.
Plenty of time for a rollout here, Matt.
Stevens
he's
looks like he's going to be under center. That's going to be a quarterback sneak if he takes it.
I don't like it.
Here's a snap up the middle. He didn't get it, I don't think. They did it! Touchdown, Northside! Wow! Wow, you talk about a side erupting.
Wow.
The team went nuts on the sideline as soon as the two arms went up.
Wow.
They're still debating it with the Ashford players still debating it down there with the refs, but they've already called the touchdown.
It's been proven that they don't change their minds on calls.
No. So, score is now 12-8. Knights lead with 5 seconds to go. Going to come in here with the 2-point conversion. 2 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Shotgun formation for Stevens. Clemens standing next to him. Now he's flipped sides, man in motion to the near side. Here's a snap. Give us to Clemens, and he gets hit, and he's going to get dropped for a loss. Doesn't matter because Ashford needs a touchdown to win. Either way.
Yeah, the folks are saying it didn't start the clock, with the point after is an untimed
That's
play.
an untimed down. Yeah, it's an untimed down, so might want to get our little whiteboard out and write that on there and show it to everybody.
That's right. It's an untimed play.
All right, so the kickoff is to come from Northside. Got to play. Got to play this smooth right now.
Yeah, here you don't want to try to kick it deep. You squib it, and don't squib it deep. You don't give them time to field it and run around.
That's right. That's right.
I would say maybe just a pooch. Not necessarily the onside.
Yeah, they could fair catch it though, and have a play left.
Yeah, but will they do that?
I like it squibbed down the middle of the field, make them field it,
and
where they have to actually pick it up and do something with it.
Yeah, not your hardest squib.
They got one man deep for Ashford. It's number 3, the speedster. Looking for another player for Ashford to come on the field, and he finally does. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, all right, 10, there's the whistle. Here's the kick. And it's a low kick near the sideline. It's going to go out of bounds. That's not what you wanted. So Ashford will get the ball at the 35-yard line. No time went off the clock there. So I think we've got to play deep center field here.
Wow.
And get ready for something. It'll be interesting to see what kind of play Ashford can draw up here.
Yeah, it's going to be Matt. You said center field and tackling. I don't see 8 on the field. There he is.
He's in the slot. Yeah, I got Carter Stevens playing defensive line. You got your hands team back deep, back to pass. He's under pressure. He slips the tackle. Now he throws, and it's going to be intercepted by Northside, and it's going to be it. Northside wins the last game of the season, and they storm the field. What a game.
Wow. Wow, man.
What a game.
What a game. What a comeback there. And listen, you hate it for all the players as well. This would be competing against Ashford. For them to be winless and to have that close to come, but the good guys win it. What a emotionally draining win right there.
Absolutely. The Knights are doing snow angels on the field.
Yeah, I would hope they get up and
got to get up and remember
these players.
Yeah, coaches are reminding them, get up. Let's go. Let's go. Shake hands.
Yeah, that's right.
And the refs are quickly making their way off.
Oh, listen, they're not making their way as quickly as they would have if they'd gone the other way.
I'll tell you what, especially coming to this side of the field, that is for sure. We think we're going to have a fun interview here. If Tristin can get a hold of Coach Gainey, he said he would interview with Tristin.
Coach Gainey is being a good sport first, of course, but after he goes through the line, he's going to be with me down here on the field.
Awesome. Yeah, he specifically told Tristin before the game that we win this game, he wanted to be the interview tonight. So excited to hear from that. What a game. I mean, Chuck, Ashford was able to score quickly on their first drive. Northside's defense is really really the story of the game. I mean, it was an incredible ending there for the offense, but the defense kept them in this game the entire game.
They did. The defense allowed for our fourth down conversion. You said that's the biggest play of the game. But the biggest play of the game is the other fourth down conversion, the Hail Mary, to go down to the 2-yard line. But none of those plays are made if the defense doesn't play the game they did after the first score from the Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, and I mean, on that play, that long Hail Mary, they only rushed 3 guys. Ashford had all 8 guys going back, and they still weren't back far enough. I mean, it was absolutely unbelievable. That they were able to get in there and catch that ball, and I mean, it was just like perfectly placed. I mean, Stevens just had the time. He stepped into it, put it right in there. And for a guy that didn't even play quarterback before this year,
wow,
who was a converted linebacker to quarterback, I mean, way to finish.
That just goes to show the athleticism that he has, and
yeah.
And that's it. Really, by all intents and purposes, that's his last football play.
Yeah,
is the touchdown he scored.
Yeah.
You don't see him playing unless he plays for a really small school. But, the kid knows how to play the game.
Yeah.
Really.
Well, and you get somebody that's like a really good athlete like he is.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's probably a pretty good baseball player if I understand right. But, I mean, for him to be able to just come in and step in and just –
How about that for a memory, though?
Oh, yeah.
Your last high school football play, not just your game, but your play, you score the winning touchdown.
Yeah. Hey, can you holler at Mark Kinney? I think he left his charger up here. Oh, it's yours? Never mind. All right, never mind. So, I mean, that was a great play to see. I'm glad everybody got to hear it. We may have blown some speakers out, some eardrums.
Oh, my goodness.
But it was fun to do that. And what a great crowd here for Northside to be able to see that. Just definitely a buzz in the air as it looks like the Ashford band is going to make their way
to the post-game show.
What is that about? That happened. I get last week because of all the national.
Senior, yeah.
Well, they recognized everybody in Rehobeth last week, but they didn't do that this week. So I'm real surprised that they're coming to the field. I would think they would do that at halftime, but
yeah. And it's the post-game show by the Ashford band, and and they're not going to play in front of many people.
So we're going to go down the field. Tristin is now with Coach Gainey with all smiles.
Well, Coach Gainey, how do you feel after being able to come back to your old school and beat your old team?
Definitely have some mixed emotions because I love every one of those guys over there. They competed real hard over at Ashford, but just extremely proud of our guys. Very fitting that we had to come out and play our best defensive game. The last game of the season, I feel like we're getting better every game, every rep. Let's go, baby. Every rep. So it's very fitting that we had to hold down on defense. But what about that offense coming through on the fourth and forever? Shout out to Coach Green. We actually practice that play every Thursday, and it showed up today. So I'm ecstatic, happy for our boys, happy to start off next year on the winning streak.
Well, thank you so much, Coach Gainey.
Yeah, thanks, Coach. And, I mean, what a way to finish the season for these guys, getting their third win and doing so in dramatic fashion. And it's just it's fun to see these guys be able to walk off the field with a win, take this momentum into next year when they get classified. And as we've heard both tonight from Coach Mordecai and Bill Rive, probably 3A along with Providence, HA in that region, which will be a tough region. But I think I think great things are to come for the Knights football program as they move forward.
That is, and Coach Gainey said it right. What a way to start your championship drive in 3A in the Alabama High School Athletic Association.
As Coach Gainey, who we just heard from, just got the Gatorade bath. It's not a cold night at all for that.
No, not at all.
Wow, well, so much fun to see these guys celebrate, and bittersweet for us as we celebrate the win, but the last broadcast for us for the football season. And again, as I said in the pregame, I just want to say thank you so much to Tristin and Trevor. Did just a fantastic job this year, stepping in, doing something they probably not used to doing, didn't know anything about. But you guys have just rocked it. So thank you so much for all the work that you put into this. making it your own, having fun with it. Chuck, man, thanks again. I don't think I've gone through a football season with the same football analyst every game.
Well,
so,
listen, I enjoy it. Monica asked me, says, well, listen, do you look forward to it? I said, absolutely. I look forward to it every time, whether we're playing at home or away. And I look forward to it growing. I really do believe once people see, I hate to call it a product, but see the ministry that is going on here and the young people, Trevor and Tristin, learning more about these things. And us bringing really an exciting game and entertaining game to the Northside family.
Absolutely. Going to go final thoughts to Tristin on the field. Last game here and your last broadcast here with us, at least this season. You may be back next year. Any final words for you?
I mean, it couldn't have ended any better. Of course, they had us a little scared towards the end of the game, but of course they pulled through. I knew they could do it. They just had to believe in themselves, work together, and can't wait to get to next football season.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, Tristin. Trevor, great to have you here and controlling everything, so I don't have to worry about it. Any final thoughts for you?
That was a heck of a game. It was kind of nerve-wracking, but that was definitely a good one to end on. Absolutely.
I mean, you were a senior, so I remember being a senior. I always wanted to see I didn't play football because I was too small. But it was always good to see guys that I went to school with to win the game, and you're proud as you're being your school that get that kind of a win. So exciting stuff. Chuck, final thoughts for you?
Watching the guys down here, the players. I was short, but I was had enough girth about me I could play the ball. But seeing them hugging down there, they realize it, and it'll sink in and say, okay, we just did something we won't be able to do again. Most of these kids, they will not play football, the ones that are seniors after this year, and it's sinking in a little bit. So that's a bit emotional. Win or lose, they just realized, okay, part of my high school life has just ended, and it's bittersweet, like you said. You grieve that, but at the same time you celebrate what God has for you in the next step.
Yeah. Yeah, because, you just had this emotional win, something that just you don't see every day. And then these guys, a lot of them are just realizing they just played their last football game. And so, it is bittersweet for that. Well, again, it's been fun, guys. Appreciate all the work this season and look forward to seeing how the media team grows from here. Good night and God bless. Again, the final score tonight, Northside wins 12-8.
Thank you for listening to Northside Methodist Academy Football. As always, thank you for supporting Northside Athletics. And thanks to all of our sponsors who make this ministry possible. And because it's a ministry, we'd love to partner with you in any of your prayer needs and share with you how to take the next steps in your relationship with Christ. Just call or text the Joy FM prayer line, 800-877-PRAY. That's 800-877-PRAY. Join us again next week for the night's pregame show starting at 6:45. This has been a presentation of the Northside Methodist Academy Media Team.